This young boy was about to have a pretty embarrassing moment. He rang the doorbell and, seeing no one answer, picked up a parcel and tried to leave. However, a neighbor saw him and started yelling at the kid. The boy, not knowing what to do, simply showed the box, hoping it would justify his actions. As he was putting the box down, the homeowner also came out and began yelling at him. To top it off, the neighbor joined in. The boy ended up having a rough day, getting dragged away by the neighbor while the sleepy homeowner watched in disbelief. This next video was posted online by a user named Vivi Hurtado72 with a title that translates from Spanish to Ghost at the IMS Hospital in Manzanillo, Colima, November 2020. Filmed during a quiet night at this Mexican hospital, known for its spooky ambience, the videographer needed to urgently make their way to the far end of the hospital to the reputedly haunted Clinic 10. As they moved alone through deserted hallways toward the darkened ward, what they recorded next was truly terrifying. Did you catch that? If we enhance the video and zoom in closely, what appears to be the face of someone or something can be seen peeking from behind a wall. The face is pale and noticeably blurry, which has led viewers to speculate that it might be the ghost of a former patient at the hospital. There have long been whispers and rumors about a spectral presence haunting Clinic 10, but no concrete evidence had been captured until this video. Despite this, there's skepticism about the authenticity of the footage, with some suggesting that the video might have been staged for views. But what's your take? Is it really the face of a ghost? Or could it be a well-executed prank or illusion? Share your thoughts. This involves a rather creepy situation captured by a police officer. He and his partner responded to a call from a local forest where a hiker reported hearing very frightening sounds. Initially, they suspected a wild animal might be involved, but after hearing the screams themselves, they started to doubt that explanation.
What the absolute idiot.
Could these sounds have been made by the legendary Bigfoot, or were they more likely from a mountain lion, deer, or bear? The Beaufort Sea lies between northern Alaska and Canada. It's a remote area that many people might not even remember exists. Covering about 450,000 square kilometers, this sea is mostly ice. On March 21, 2018, a powerful nuclear submarine showed that even thick Arctic ice is no match for it. The Navy was there to check how well it could operate in such cold conditions and to learn more about the Arctic. They recorded amazing footage of the USS Hartford submarine breaking through the ice.
Jordan, request you say those names one more time. Over. For Brian, we requested to get the hand rider off as well as
Right after the submarine came up through the ice, Navy members had to dig into the ice and clear some away so the submarine could go back underwater. The mission was a big success. It showed that if the Navy ever got stuck under ice in the harsh Arctic Ocean, they could rely on the USS Hartford to get out of trouble. The city of Minneapolis once housed the massive Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome, the Minnesota Vikings' home turf for over 30 years. But in mid-December 2013, disaster struck this iconic stadium. It all began with an overnight blizzard, turning the Metrodome into a snowy battleground. As the storm intensified, the stadium's roof started to buckle under the snow's weight. Attempts to clear it failed, and by Sunday morning, the roof reached its breaking point. Fortunately, security cameras captured the entire spectacle for us. First, snow seeped through the sagging roof, hinting at impending doom. Moments later, the entire structure collapsed, releasing a snowfall onto the field. Another angle shows the roof slowly sinking over a minute, small tears allowing snow in while lights and scaffolding added to the weight. By the end, the roof nearly touched the field. The collapse resulted from a mix of factors, including the roof's age and the snow's weight. Made of Teflon-coated fiberglass fabric, the inflatable roof had grown brittle with age. A 7-inch snowfall in Minneapolis added immense strain. The Metrodome met its end in 2014, replaced by a new arena with a more robust roof. This video is from the channel Pure Paranormal. It shows 2 paranormal investigators entering a dark house to check out reported ghostly activity. They chat casually for a bit as they walk around, but when the person recording goes into the basement, they are startled by the spooky voice of a child.
Look, we got chairs in here.
Yeah, we can get comfy and do a K2 or whatever, do a EVP session.
So, is this footage genuine or just another trick to fool people? You are the judges. You decide. This video, titled Ghost Face in Window of Jail, was uploaded to YouTube in 2008, and many viewers still believe it captures a genuine ghost sighting. In the description, the uploader explains that he, along with a few friends, spent around 6 hours at the Old County Jail, which is no longer active. His father's connection to the building's manager allowed them access. The group spent most of their time there filming a parody of the TV show Ghost Hunters without any real intent to find ghosts. However, during the editing process, they noticed what appears to be a face in one of the windows, suggesting that they might have unintentionally captured something supernatural. After reviewing the footage, it seems plausible that this could be the case.
All right, so we're in the phase of the investigation now where everybody breaks off in their own little areas with, a handy cam, and we're just sort of checking around to see if we can find anything on our own. And hopefully, each one of us finds our own evidence, our own.
Did you catch it? When we slow down the video, what looks like the face of what some viewers believe to be a ghost of a former prisoner appears pressed up against one of the cell door windows. However, there's skepticism, with some suggesting that the uploader staged the entire scene to attract views. What's your take on it? Do you think this could be the face of a ghost of a former inmate, or is it all just a setup for views? On Christmas Day, December 25th, 2014, at around 2:15 p.m., an incident took place at Moses Gate Newsagents on Bolton Road, Farnworth. A man entered the store, picked up a drink, and went to pay. When the shop assistant opened the cash register, the man used this opportunity to threaten the shopkeeper with a metal bar. He took 60 pounds from the register and fled the scene. Fortunately, he was arrested shortly after the incident. The clip comes from maintenance tunnels and features footage from a police cruiser's dash cam. That night, 2 officers were on patrol, not anticipating anything unusual. Yet, unexpectedly, they encountered a black object darting across the road.
Well, tell me that. Well, like, look, I've lived in this county since I was 12 years old. Had the farm, daddy's farm. Still got the land, and anybody coming on my property looking for no good, I'm gonna shoot them.
Absolutely. Whoa.
What the?
What was that?
Did you see that?
Yes.
Holy!
What the was that?
That was on 2 feet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I thought I was seeing things, actually.
Oh my goodness. Please tell me we got that on audio or video.
Probably would have almost tagged you if that thing's recording.
You see anything down there?
Yes.
After stopping their car to investigate the mysterious object, the officers couldn't find anything out of the ordinary. It's unclear why some have labeled the footage as a possible Bigfoot sighting, as many commenters believe it more closely resembles a shadowy figure crossing the road, suggesting it could be a paranormal occurrence. This next video was posted by Lou Layer in 2009 and has been creeping out viewers ever since. At the beginning of the video, Lou Layer explains, "Every night I would close a door, and every morning I'd find it open. One day, as I was heading to the kitchen, I saw what looked like a face staring at me through the glass. I quickly grabbed my camera and recorded what you're about to see. This video hasn't been altered in any way. Here's what was captured. In the video, we see what appears to be a face pressed against the glass of a door. When Lulaire opens the door, the face vanishes, but as soon as he closes it, the face reappears. When Lulaire reaches out to touch the glass, a giggling sound is heard, and the figure disappears again. Uploaded over 13 years ago on YouTube, this video has left viewers unsettled, with many speculating that Lulaire encountered a ghost. What adds to the spookiness is that this video is the last one on Lulaire's account, and nobody knows what happened to him. Some think the mysterious figure might be connected to his disappearance. What's your take on this eerie footage? Let me know your thoughts. Melissa Gillette, who had been sober for 10 years, relapsed and was involved in smuggling methamphetamine into Faribault prison for her boyfriend Jason Nyberg at his request. She hid 2 meth-filled gel tablets in her back pocket during a visit to the prison. Nyberg took the drugs and died 3 hours later in his cell. Gillette pleaded guilty to third-degree murder, a charge that implies her actions were dangerously negligent rather than intentionally harmful.
I feel guilty for what happened to him. He was my best friend. I screwed up. I relapsed. I was clean for 10 years.
She was sentenced in Rice County Court by Judge Tom Neville to 86 months in prison, falling within the recommended guideline range of 74 to 103 months.
This is somewhat more serious than the normal case in that you were introducing contraband into a prison setting.
The guidelines for that offense with no criminal history score are 74 to 103 months.
During her sentencing, Gillette expressed deep remorse, stating she never intended to cause Nyberg's death and only wanted to feel love. The case had a significant emotional impact on Gillette, who broke down in court. She acknowledged the grave mistake she made and its consequences.
I didn't plan to murder him. I didn't plan on going into the prison and then having him die. I made a mistake.
You don't have to have intent to kill in order to be guilty of this crime.
Family friends, Tina and Tony Bartoni, who have been caring for Gillette's 4 children, spoke about the ongoing challenges and the need for continued support.
It's just this cycle, and it just continues and continues, and they just need help.
I'm not a cold-hearted killer.
The court and Gillette's supporters hope she will participate in rehabilitation programs, particularly those for chemical dependency, while serving her sentence at Shakopee Women's Prison. During a court session, a man named McReed fainted after the judge mentioned he could face the death penalty. As the judge delivered this news, McReed collapsed into his chair, his eyes rolling back, appearing almost possessed. He was quickly taken out of the courtroom. This reaction prompted some spectators to comment on his dramatic response, with one remarking it seemed like he was possessed, especially given he was involved in the murder of a teenager his own age. McReed is one of 3 suspects arrested for this crime, which occurred during a heated argument. The prosecution is still considering whether to seek the death penalty in this case. The MTS Oceanus cruise ship, launched in 1952, was 152 meters long and could hold 550 passengers. Its final journey was in 1991 near the South African coast when it encountered very rough seas. Waves continuously hit the ship, damaging its structure and allowing water to flood in. One night at 9:30, an explosion occurred and all power was lost. By the next morning, the ship was tilting on its side. Although the passengers weren't informed of the situation, the entertainers organized the evacuation after the captain and crew abandoned the ship. The South African government and various boats helped rescue all the passengers. The next day, the ship was completely capsized, and the incident was recorded on video. The captain and crew were found guilty of negligence for leaving the ship, reinforcing the belief that a captain should either go down with the ship or be the last to leave. Some of the most impressive engineering projects are huge underground pipelines. These pipelines stretch for hundreds or even thousands of miles, and the pipes are really big, about 4 to 6 feet across. You might wonder how they dig such big tunnels for these pipes. Even with machines, it seems like it would take a lot of time. Fortunately, it's much faster if you use enough dynamite. In this video, the Daikon Blasting Company is shown creating a trench for a large pipeline. By using precision blasting, they get the go-ahead, and someone on the radio starts the countdown. Suddenly, a series of explosions begins. The charges are set in a line along the path where the pipeline will go, almost like a giant groundhog digging a tunnel. The explosions tear through the ground, and when the last one goes off, all that's left is a dust cloud and a long trench. Now that's quite a spectacle. This doorbell camera recorded a high-stakes chase. The person pursued by the police was driving recklessly at an alarming speed. The car eventually lost control and crashed. Officers quickly left their vehicles, forming a perimeter around the suspect's car. Additional police units arrived, and the suspect was apprehended. Fortunately, no one was injured in the incident. Imagine the thrill of moving into a new home, but then it turns into your worst nightmare. That's exactly what happened to Alexander, who recently moved into a new apartment. Right from the start, things were off. On his moving day, during a video walkthrough he was recording for his family, he caught a strange woman on camera. Foreshadowing future events, Alexander saw the strange woman again one night in the building opposite his. As Alexander turns around to speak to his friend, a creepy woman appears right behind him, unnoticed by him in real life, suggesting something deeply unsettling about the place. He's still investigating, but it's a really creepy situation for sure. On September 7th, 2018, Officer Jonathan Schuler from the Maricopa Police Department was driving on the freeway when he collided with the concrete curve barrier wall. He was later located and contacted by the police.
Drinking, have you?
No.
Nothing at all?
Nope, been smoked. Really tired from this week. Finally got into that lab.
Okay.
Ate McDonald's and ate shit on the corner.
Did you have a collision with another vehicle at all?
Schuler downplayed the incident, describing it as a minor accident caused by being distracted while eating McDonald's and attending to something inside his car.
My McDonald's and my fries.
Okay.
Not paying attention, ate shit on the curb, tried to get off the roadway, and here I am.
Okay. Where'd you say your license was?
Yeah.
Who do you work for?
City of Maricopa.
Okay.
So I do have one off-duty weapon right here, just so you know.
Okay.
And then I have one in my truck as well, sir.
Okay.
Insurance.
Oh, okay. So what happened to your car?
Well, driving down the highway, trying to eat my Big Mac and my double cheeseburgers. Trying to punch in the address, and
wow.
Radio. I fucked up.
What'd you hit?
Curb. Like,
on the freeway, or?
Yeah, on gotta be the 202 or something.
Was the tire sparking or something?
I don't know.
That's what we were told. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know. I hit it, and then I was just looking for an exit, found this one, and busted over here.
The officer made sure to inform the officers about his weapon, indicating that he was still somewhat alert despite colliding with the concrete wall.
So, we got called because somebody said you hit a car on the freeway.
Oh, shit. I thought I hit a curb.
Did you? Where were you at when you hit the curb?
I was on the 202, and then I just exited real quick. I was trying to find
Where are you headed right now? Chandler?
Yeah, Chandler.
Okay.
It wasn't another car he hit. It was the poor vehicle.
One of like those rays. Okay. Because there's duty to Maricopa.
He was in Scottsdale for HT in school. And I go, what was your role in it? He goes, but not that. Okay, but you got out and the prick were unsteady. Yeah. And
At this point, the officers still harbored suspicions. Something didn't quite add up for them. Despite the officer's explanation, they still, for some reason, suspected a DUI.
Tonight, no prescription medications? Okay. All right. Would you mind stepping out of the car for me, please? Are you still looking for the insurance?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if you can pull that up real quick. You all right? You're shaking, bud.
No, sure. I hate accidents. I've been in one accident.
There's nothing to drink tonight, no prescription medications? Okay. All right.
Here, Schuler openly informs the officers that he's not taking any medications whatsoever.
Nothing to drink?
Nothing to drink, man.
Your eyes are a little bloodshot watery, you're kind of shaking, and...
I'm shaking because I know how this goes down.
How what goes down?
Well, you're going to investigate me for a DUI, most likely.
Well, I just want to make sure to be driving, you know what I mean? All right. Would you mind if I take a look at your eyes then? If you've had nothing to drink?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, perfect. All right. What I want you to do is stand with your feet together, arms straight down at your side. Are you wearing contacts?
No.
Any recent head injuries?
No.
Any eye problems? You ever been diagnosed with any eye problems?
No.
No? All right. What I'm going to do...
No nystagmus.
No nystagmus. That's kind of weird. You just came from that. All right. So you understand what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pen, I'm going to move it forth, back in front of your face a couple times, follow with your eyes and your eyes only.
Due to the lingering suspicion surrounding Schuler, the officers must conduct a mandatory DUI test on him to ascertain the situation.
Remain in that position until I tell you to begin. Can you touch heel to toe? You need a minute?
I'm nervous as hell. Not gonna lie.
All right, go ahead and begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Screw it there. 6.
You don't need to be an expert to see that Schuler was extremely nervous by this point. The suspicion of a DUI was even more evident.
Hydrocodone.
You took hydrocodone?
Yeah.
When?
Today for my elbow surgery.
When was that?
4 hours ago.
4 hours ago?
Yeah, so it should be pretty well out of my system, I would think.
How much do you prescribe? Oh, I thought you said you took 10 pills. I'm like,
oh,
good
no.
God, man.
They call it an ambo.
Yeah, holy crap. Okay. So you took...
It was only when the responding officer asked Schuler once more if he had taken any prescription drugs that Schuler finally told the truth on this occasion.
$6.99 on this channel. You start my way, please. All right, take a deep breath in, exhale out like you're blowing up a balloon. All right. Yep. So, just writing it down before I forget it, that's all. So let me ask you this. Are you nervous more so because of the prescription medications you took?
No, I've taken them before. It was just I honestly got lost, and then I need my McDonald's to get home.
Schuler is still attempting to conceal the obvious, evident from his shaky overall body language. Despite this, he keeps making excuses for the incident on the road. The officers remain unconvinced and proceed with further tests, continuing their questioning.
What have you taken today?
Prescription ibuprofen, prescription hydrocodone, acetaminophen, or whatever it is. Hydrocodone.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? How long ago did you take the hydrocodone?
Probably an hour before I went to HGN. I had HGN, I don't know if I told you that, but I went to HGN class in PCSO tonight.
The 000s was kind of what we expected. I think with everything else, that you may have either taken more than you were prescribed of the oxy, or you took it too soon to be driving safely in a vehicle. All right? So at this point, you are under arrest for DUI. All right? Okay. I need you to put your hands behind your back for me, please.
Okay. Which one's your elbow? It's my left.
Is that going to cause you any discomfort?
No, you're good.
Okay.
The left one is we just had.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
In the end, he's detained for a DUI despite registering a 0.00 on the breathalyzer test. This suggests that even though alcohol wasn't a factor, the combination of medication Schuler had taken had affected him.
Any other gear that you need? It's all your radio.
Yep, all of my SWAT gear and all of that actually is in my, so we're talking rifle mags, flashbangs.
You have flashbangs in your car?
Some gas, stuff like this. We've got to roll at any point. So there's going to be some
gas
stuff.
as well. Okay.
Yeah. I don't have any, there's no gas, like, I'm not talking CS gas or anything like that.
Y'all carry flashbangs? You have like the little containers?
Box.
Oh, okay. That's,
Yeah,
I thought you meant like they were on your vest. I'm like, come on, dude.
No.
All right. Nothing else on you?
Even the police themselves are taken aback and concerned by what Schuler has in the trunk of his car. He's driving around with an arsenal while under the influence, making the situation dangerous for himself and everyone else.
I just saw him and I just thought, since it's pertinent to that, I'll let him, get on myself.
These are Zanny bars.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing, but there's two different pills.
Yeah, he's putting pills in here because that's a hell of a lot of Zannies.
The police purchased 2 bottles with identical labels, but found different pills inside each one. One bottle contained Xanax, revealing that Officer Schuler wasn't as law-abiding as initially believed.
So we know those are Zanny bars.
Yeah, these are Zanny bars. So he has a bunch of Zanny bars. So you got felony right here.
Well, that's fun.
Lucky you, right? Lucky you.
I don't do that looks like Xanax.
It is Xanax.
It
says Xanax on the backside of it.
We were just going to look it up. It's on the other side, right?
Everything in here. Yeah, I'm thinking the majority of this we're going to give to him.
In the end, this discovery by the officers left Schuler potentially facing felony-level charges. Consequently, they had to bring him back to the police department for questioning and further investigation.
The University of Northern Iowa.
Oh, okay. So, I got a question for you, bud.
Okay.
You said you took a oxycodone?
Hydrocodone.
I'm sorry.
Hydrocodone.
4 hours ago? Well, you told me that at the stop.
Yeah.
Were you at Pinal County in Florence when you took it?
Right afterwards.
So afterwards?
Yeah.
Where is that prescription bottle?
Right home. Tracking.
Tracking what? I'm curious. So, you took it while you were there? After the wet lab?
Yes.
What did you retrieve that pill from?
My pocket.
So you just had a loose Oxycontin in your pocket, or oxycodone. So you just had a loose one in your pocket?
Yes.
Did you take anything else?
No.
Well, you told us you took Ambien when you were eating the hamburgers.
Yeah, Ambien. You're right, yeah.
Where'd you get the Ambien from?
I got it prescribed.
Pulled the pill from?
Oh, my pocket.
So you just have loose pills in your pocket?
Yes.
Why would you take a sleeping pill prior to driving a vehicle?
To tell you the truth, because I haven't slept very well.
You're not gonna offend us if you cuss. You're fine.
Okay.
Cornered, Schuler doesn't have many options left to talk his way out of this. He attempts to make excuses about his elbow surgery, which sounds plausible, but it doesn't seem to hold up under scrutiny.
I wanted to take it, get home, and crash, and not be up until 2 or 3 in the morning. So I thought I would take it. Oh, I shouldn't say I thought I would. I took it, grabbed some food, and was driving home.
So you were just trying to curb the time that it would take effect?
Yes.
You didn't think that was a bad idea, getting behind the wheel after taking that stuff?
I honestly, with my body weight stuff, no.
So that's fine. The problem is, in your car, we found the 2 anastrozole bottles, but why? Help me understand why you have X in a testosterone pill bottle. Why wouldn't you keep the X in the prescription bottle it came in?
And are you prescribed?
Yes.
For what?
For sleep, for anything from back home, Afghanistan.
Okay.
Is it prescribed through the VA?
No.
Can I see that?
Schuler is caught in the act, unable to remain calm, growing increasingly anxious and nervous as he realizes he's been taking Xanax without a valid prescription from Veteran Affairs.
Is that the pink Ambien pill you took?
Broke it in half.
Is that what it was, though?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Adderall.
I think you knew that though. Because when he said a prescription that started with A, it looked like you were starting to mouth the word Adderall and then you stopped yourself.
I was not.
Okay, and that's fine. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, and that's fine.
Are you prescribed Adderall?
No.
So where'd you get the Adderall? Because there's quite a few pills in there.
Right.
And it's in a pill bottle that's prescribed to you, but it's the prescription for that testosterone that you were talking about.
It appears Schuler was engaging in a complicated game of deception with the labels and contents of the pills. What's even more surprising is that he didn't have a prescription for Adderall.
Are you going to prescribe this in the Army?
Yes.
How long have you been out of the Army?
2015, 2014.
4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
How often do you take the Adderall?
Whenever I really can't think.
Whenever you can't. How many pills were you initially prescribed? Because there's still a decent amount in here.
A lot.
Where's the original pill bottle?
Probably at home somewhere. Or destroyed, or...
Who, is it the same doctor that prescribed this anastrozole that prescribed this?
No.
Ultimately, the police discovered that Schuler wasn't the only DUI case that night. He had ingested a cocktail of pills, ranging from prescribed medication to over-the-counter drugs, by visiting and manipulating multiple doctors to obtain various prescriptions. This enabled him to embark on such a reckless late-night escapade. Eventually, he was confined to his house while the investigation proceeded. Before it concluded, he was arrested once more. This time, he drove into a yard, crashed into a tree, and then fled the scene. Schuler resigned from the Maricopa Police Department and later pleaded guilty to DUI drug charges for each arrest. This homeowner took it upon himself to make package thieves think twice about their actions by sending over 6 porch pirates running back in fear. He did something remarkable. He placed a wrapped box on his porch, attracting thieves like moths to a flame. What they didn't realize was that the box was a fake, packed with harmless weapon shells. When the thieves picked it up, the box made a surprisingly loud noise, causing them to panic. Terrified, they dropped the package and fled the scene. Some of them were so scared they couldn't even walk properly as they left. A 42-year-old woman was captured on surveillance camera, stealing gold chains from an Adelaide store by using a spray bottle filled with chili sauce to incapacitate a worker. On her first visit, she disguised herself as a blind person, wearing a wig and using a cane to repair an earring. On her second visit, she pretended not to be blind and expressed interest in seeing the stock. During her third visit, She skillfully sprayed chili sauce into the worker's eyes, grabbed a bundle of gold chains, and fled.
I stepped back a bit and I said, oh my God, my jewelry, I remember. And then she's grabbed and running out. I cannot open my eyes and I really sting and burn. Really want to catch her to get back all my jewelry.
My wife says, hey, is someone wrong? And I know that it must be 100% that lady. When I get her and she fell down, she used the taser to try to hurt me. And I just take from her. A lot of people in the street too, and they just pick some for me. I don't know, like it's maybe someone they take.
Although the victim's husband managed to retrieve most of the jewelry, she escaped until the police caught up with her. She now faces charges of aggravated robbery and possessing a prohibited weapon. In Dallas, Texas, this woman showed up at a house at night, took down the doorbell camera, and then broke in. The homeowner called the police after getting an alert, but by the time they arrived, she had already split. She's still on the loose. Similarly, there's another young man exploring the remains of an abandoned building where, reportedly, a witch lived for many decades. Even after her passing, locals claim to spot her spirit there occasionally. Intrigued by these ghost stories, the men venture to the area to investigate further. Something was peering at the man from behind the pillar, captured solely by his camera. He speculates it could be the spirit of the witch, though it's uncertain. On June 10, 2017, a team of Special Operations airmen working near the Horn of Africa got a dirt airstrip ready for a C-130J Super Hercules to land. The specific location is kept secret, but the video shows it was a flat and dry area that stretched for miles. After a tense wait, the aircraft appeared in the distance. It landed successfully, kicking up a big cloud of dust as it touched down. The landing was likely a test of the aircraft's ability to handle landings in desolate, remote, and makeshift conditions. It was a high-risk mission because the area wasn't designed to be an airfield. Despite this, the C-130J Super Hercules performed excellently, managing to take off again just a few minutes after landing. Look at this neighbor who goes to the homeowner's garage and starts violently kicking the garage door for no apparent reason. shockingly, this man has been arrested 3 times for his destructive actions. Reddit user Momenta Mori uploaded a video taken outside his house, recorded by his front security camera. The footage left him unnerved due to something strange captured in it. He didn't post the video on Reddit until the next day, hoping someone could shed light on what was seen. However, the video was later removed for unknown reasons. Some think he deleted it because no explanations were forthcoming, while others suggest the video might be cursed and was removed for safety. Although it's unclear if that's true, the video is definitely eerie. Watch this clip and see what you make of it. In the middle of the street, a faint image that looks like a woman seems to appear out of nowhere and moves toward the house. Some viewers think a ghost was captured on camera, while others believe it was just a person, suggesting that the poor quality of the camera made them look ghostly. Even if that's true, it still doesn't fully explain the strange way this figure appears. The figure, appearing to wear an old-fashioned dress and seen late at night when no one else is around, adds to the video's eerie context. What do you think? Was a ghost caught on tape? Now to another pretty spooky capture, which was captured by Oscar, who's working as security staff in an old factory. He began noticing peculiar shadowy figures at night. On one such night, when he encountered these mysterious silhouettes again, he decided to record the events, marking the beginning of his own spooky experience. It's unclear what exactly the black shadow our guard is seeing could be, but he insists that others have witnessed it during the day too, and it occasionally moves around. This leads him to believe it's connected to the storage facility. Could this be evidence of the paranormal? According to maritime services, one of the most common reasons for serious accidents at sea is storms. Even the biggest ships can't withstand the extreme forces of nature. So, it raises the question, why did they allow the Spanish ship named Luna to head out to sea off the coast of France when wind gusts were reaching 60 miles per hour that day? The ship ended up struggling against the rocks and eventually split in half. With the help of the Air Force, 11 people were rescued, and thankfully, no one was injured. However, the crew members will never forget that journey. Sometimes, there's nothing wrong with the boat itself. The problem lies with the people in charge of it. As seen in this unfortunate event, those responsible for lowering this boat into the harbor really botched the job. As they were gently lowering the boat, they suddenly dropped it. Dropping a small boat from a height can lead to serious damage, and in this case, the boat flipped over and sank spectacularly, surely ruining someone's day. In April 2018, a group of armed intruders tried to break into a man's home in Chicago. They were wearing masks and seemed very calm. Almost like they knew the owner wasn't there. However, they were mistaken. As soon as they got the door open, the owner started screaming and held the door shut. Even though the robbers had weapons, they couldn't do much without making a huge scene. They eventually ran away. David Murad, who grew up in a wealthy family and attended Seven Hills School, veered off into a life of crime instead of college. He led a robbery gang and got involved with illicit substances and weapons. He was caught trying to break into a house armed with duct tape, a weapon, and a hatchet, ready to possibly torture people. His sister Alexis was also caught and charged. In court, David said his crimes were due to illicit substances and showed regret, seeing his arrest as a wake-up call. He pleaded guilty.
Hard to see, to look at what I've done and who I am. I'm just, to be quite honest, I'm scared of who I have become.
Alexis also pleaded guilty to attempted burglary and tampering with evidence and was given 3 years of community control. David received a sentence of 80 months, 6 years and 8 months in prison. Some people, including a detective and a victim, felt he should have gotten a longer sentence because of the danger he posed.
The haze of the drugs has worn off as I matured and seen the lifestyle that I thought was cool. Realized how horrible everything that I've done over the past year is.
I would have been hurt or possibly killed. I didn't know until recently that the hatchet was intended to cut off my fingers or my kids' fingers and torture us into telling them where the drugs were, and of course there weren't any.
I think a lot of people said, well, this kid he's a privileged white kid from the suburbs who goes to an elite private school. You know, I think it would be inherently wrong for us to punish him unduly or give him a harsher sentence because of that.
His parents, especially his dad, a doctor, were very upset and shocked in court. The judge hoped David would join drug rehab programs in prison. There was also talk about whether his background led to a lighter sentence.
For David John, he's my son. I love him and we're very sorry. And just like his sister, Alexis, he is precious to us. Sorry.
Take your time, sir.
Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for giving him a chance.
A lot of people use the word sociopath. I'm not a psychologist, so I can't determine that. But I do see a lot of remorse and a lot of change in people when sentencing day comes.
After his release, David will be on probation, and breaking its terms could add another 10 years to his sentence. The next YouTube video is from Homesteading Off the Grid. Kevin Lake and his wife picked out a secluded plot in central Virginia as their fresh start. Once settled into their remote country home, strange things started happening in the nearby woods. One day, Kevin's neighbor spotted movement near the edge of their land. Pulling out his phone, he began recording when he witnessed something incredibly strange. Kevin and his neighbor can't shake the eerie feeling of being watched from the woods near a cave close to their property. Viewers of Kevin's YouTube channel have speculated various ideas, from a hidden squatter to a passing hunter or backpacker. Some more outlandish theories suggest it could be a skinwalker, a Sasquatch, or even someone using an invisibility cloak. Despite the range of theories, neither Kevin nor his neighbor can identify who or what might be lurking on their land, or the reasons behind it. Seeing the moving vehicles in the video, it's clear that there was no glitch in the camera's recording. In June 2017, a security camera in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, captured what seemed like a miraculous event. The footage shows a man with incredible speed, almost superhuman, or perhaps ghostly, rushing to save a little girl just in the nick of time from an oncoming vehicle. Almost instantly after rescuing the girl, this incredibly fast Good Samaritan vanishes into the darkness of the night. At around 3 a.m., a truck driver named Ken McGill was driving north on I-57 when he suddenly started to panic. Something appeared in front of him that was deeply unsettling. Throughout all his years of driving and delivering goods, Ken had never experienced anything like this. Unsure of what he had seen, he pulled over to the side of the road and checked the footage from his dash cam. After reviewing the video, he was relieved he had moved away from whatever it was. Here's what he captured.
Meet up with him and see if she can get him to confess. And it's a tough decision, I'm sure, but Amy ultimately agrees. She wears the wire of Chuck and she...
Suddenly, a person dressed in white appears nearby, almost materializing out of thin air before vanishing just as quickly. The incident is swift, yet unmistakable. Ken is both relieved he captured it on camera and utterly terrified, and understandably so. Just a day after he posted the video, an accident occurred at the same spot. According to reports, the individuals involved in the accident claimed they saw a woman dressed in white in the middle of the road, which caused them to swerve to avoid hitting her. However, when interstate police reviewed the security footage of the accident, they saw only the car swerving and crashing, with no sign of the woman the drivers claimed to have seen. It seemed as though they had swerved for no visible reason. Though the accident victims were adamant about what they saw, Ken suspects that what he and others witnessed might be something supernatural, ghost, or otherwise. This mystery continues to puzzle him. This surveillance video captures a masked and armed man entering Metro PCS and heading straight to the counter. The employee, upon seeing the weapon, calmly moved back without resistance. The individual then took the money from the counter and quickly left the premises. In January 2017, First Amendment auditor Philip Turner, known for his YouTube channel, The Bantustan, encountered several Como County deputies making an arrest. Without hesitation, he grabbed his camera and began recording the incident.
What's that?
Can you go stand back over where you were for me, sir?
There's something wrong with being here?
Yes, sir, there is.
What's
I don't want you to be in direct line with that vehicle. I'd like for you to go back to where you were standing. You can continue filming all you'd like, but I don't want you right here.
Am I interfering?
Well, technically, now you're starting to pose into somebody else's private property with your videoing. Yes, sir.
As anticipated, police officers typically dislike being filmed. Shortly after, one of the deputies approached the auditor and requested him to cease filming. However, he didn't realize he was dealing with someone who had a better understanding of the law than the officers.
Hey, did they give you permission to film inside their truck?
I don't need permission out in public.
In public?
I don't need permission.
In somebody's vehicle?
I don't need permission out in public.
No, not to film us, you're correct. But to film inside somebody's vehicle, that's an extension of their house, and that is a private place. So you do need somebody's permission to film inside their vehicle.
But is that a crime?
If they decide it is, yes.
Who's they?
The two we got in the back of our cars. If they don't want you filming or you didn't get permission from them, you can't be filming inside their cars.
Well, you guys got the door open.
Look, all I'm asking you to do is go stand back over where you were.
Even if I was back there, I could still see inside the car.
Okay, so go stand back over there. It's simple as that. Because right now that I'm having to come over here and ask you to move again, now you're interfering with our investigation. Because instead of me being able to focus over here, I got to focus on you. So if you could just go stand over there, I can call a supervisor if you'd like to speak to a supervisor.
Yeah, go ahead and call a supervisor.
You can make any complaints you'd like, but all I'm asking you to do is go stand back over there where you were.
Just go ahead and call a supervisor.
Okay, do me a favor and go stand back over there for me, all right, buddy?
I don't see what's wrong being here.
Turner stood firm and refused to be intimidated by the deputy who was attempting to coerce him into stopping the recording.
Where you were. There was not an issue where you were standing. Now there's an issue where you're at.
Because I'm filming inside the truck, right?
Yes, sir. You can film us all you want. We don't care. We want you to do it from a safe distance. So if you could go back to where you were, that'd be greatly appreciated.
All right. If the issue is with me filming here inside the truck, I won't film inside the truck.
If you could go stand back where you were, please. Go and contact your sergeant. There's not an issue with you filming us. There's an issue with you getting any closer to the scene.
I'm not getting any closer than here.
Okay. Do not move from here. All right? Any closer from here, we're going to have any more issues, okay?
I already told you I'm not moving from here, and that's it.
Thank you. I encourage you to film. Thank you.
Recognizing that the auditor was technically correct, the deputy backed off. However, it wasn't long before he returned, stating that a supervisor was on the way.
Sergeant's here. He said he'd be over here talking to you in just a little bit, okay?
What's up?
Our sergeant? Okay. He said he's going to be over here talking to you in just a little bit. He's here. He's actually...
All right. You got a business card or anything?
A business card?
Yeah.
Not on me. I can get you one out of my car in a little bit.
All right, cool.
You need my name, badge number? What do you need?
Yeah, that's what I was going to... That's what I was going to need, but I can't hear over the highway noise.
Okay, so... You need all of our badge numbers? Or?
Just yours, and I guess if the supervisor needs to speak with me, I'll talk to him.
Oh, he doesn't need to speak to you. I thought you wanted to speak to him.
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
I mean, if you don't need to speak to him, then I'll tell him not to waste his time.
No, he's already here, so I'm not going to waste his time. He already showed over here, so I'll talk to him briefly.
Okay. And like I said, he'll be more than happy to give you anybody's name or badge number that's here.
Okay.
And if you need business cards or anything like that, you give us a little bit, we'll be able to get some business cards too if you'd like.
No, just yours, that's it.
Okay. I can get you one.
Okay.
All right, hang tight for me.
However, the deputy had a change of heart as he returned and began demanding identification. Turner, well aware of his constitutional rights, steadfastly refused to comply.
Do you have your information? Your driver's license?
What's that?
Do you have your driver's license or name, date, birth?
For what?
Because now you're a witness to this crime that we're doing.
What crime is that?
The crime that we got these people in the back of these cars for.
I don't know what crime they committed.
You don't have to know.
Well, how do I know what they did, though? I don't know what they did.
Okay, they broke the law. They're in possession of narcotics. That's why they're in the back of our cars.
Okay, now you're telling me that. Okay.
Yeah. So, do you have your name and date of birth?
No.
Or driver's license?
No.
So you're going to refuse to be listed as a witness since you sat here and videotaped the entire scene?
If you need a copy of the video, I can give you a copy of the video.
Well, yeah, but we're also going to need to identify you in our report that you were here videoing, so when we come to get a copy of that video, we can get that.
All right, let me talk to your supervisor.
Shortly after, another officer joined the deputy, appearing even more intimidating, and began threatening the auditor with arrest.
He said that he won't want to give us his name and date of birth until he talks to our supervisor. So.
And you're probably going to end up going to jail because right now you're witnessing a crime.
Well, I asked to talk to a supervisor. He's here, so why can't I speak with him?
Because you're refusing to give your information, you'll be going to jail for failure to identify as you're a witness to a crime.
So I need to give you my ID to speak to your supervisor? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Okay, I need to speak to your supervisor.
Why do you need to speak to the supervisor?
Because I requested to speak to him.
What warrants that?
Because I requested to speak to him, and he's here.
Okay. So what's your point?
He's here. I need to speak with him.
You've got no part of the scene, right? But you want to speak to our supervisor.
You can speak to him.
Okay.
Yeah, but you'll be in handcuffs and it'll be at the jail. Is that what you want to do?
I need to speak to your supervisor.
Is that what you want to do?
I need to speak to your supervisor.
Realizing they lacked legal grounds for arrest, the officers resorted to fabricating excuses and even threatened the auditor with trespassing charges in an attempt to intimidate him.
Why don't you understand it? You put yourself in this situation right here. You see that? You're on private property.
Private
right now.
or public?
You're on private property right now.
Okay, what does that do with the thing?
Do you have permission to be here?
Did the owner trespass me?
Well, this guy...
He doesn't want you here.
This guy actually did come over and tell us he wanted you to leave.
That guy right there?
Yeah. So...
What's his name?
So what's your point?
What's the guy's name that don't want me here?
So do you want to identify yourself so we can list you as a witness to this crime, or...?
I'm just asking a simple question. The guy that you just talked to, he doesn't want me here.
Yes.
So is he trespassing?
Would you like for me to go ask him to tell you to leave himself?
Do you already have that notice?
Yes, he told us when he came over here and gave me his business
Then why
card.
do you have to go ask him then?
If you would like for him to tell you himself.
He can tell me whatever he needs to do. If he needs to tell me to leave, I'll leave. Simple as that. He needs to give me a warning before he can trespass me.
Turner remained undeterred by the corrupt officers and continued filming while waiting for their supervisor to arrive. Shortly after, the supervisor did arrive and explained the entire incident.
If I go on your property and talk to him, or...
He's on his property,
hang out here?
He can hang out if
Oh,
he
no,
wants.
no,
He can hang out, he can hang out.
No, I was asking if we can go over there because of the road noise. I'm not able to hear you.
Oh, well, we're leaving here in a minute anyway.
Okay.
So what's up?
All right, so before I leave here, I just have to get his badge number and his or his business card, whatever the case may be.
It's Deputy Camercelli. 315 is my badge number.
Okay. All right, so my only problem is I was just here. This is what I do. I film what public officials do on public property. I'm a journalist. I gather content for stories. That's good. But this officer here was telling me that I had to move back over there. I couldn't stand over there. And I was asking him why. He told me that I wasn't allowed to film inside the vehicle here. But
I mean, that's their privacy too. We got to get their consent to go in, so it makes it any different for you.
Well, that's to go in.
Yeah.
But I'm not going in. I'm just observing. That's kind of like equivalent to this is his property, but I can't film it because it's on his property. You know, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, and it's not against the law.
Okay.
So he needs to get educated on that because that's clearly not the case. Okay. Now, am I currently being detained here, or am I free to go?
You're free to go, man. I'm here. I came all the way from Canyon Lake to talk to you.
The supervisor, clearly more knowledgeable about the law than his deputy, had no issue with the auditor filming the police. However, like his deputies, the sergeant also turned on him and began demanding his ID.
You spoke to the sergeant, so I need to get your name and date of birth. So
I can give you a copy of the vehicle. I can give you a copy of the video.
I don't need a copy of the vehicle.
I can give you a business card.
I need your identifying information so I can list you in the report as a witness.
Yeah, you're a witness.
But right now, you're failing to ID as a witness to a crime.
What crime?
Hey, what's your first name, man? I know what. What's your first name, sir?
I'll give you my first name. It's Philip. Yes, I'll give you that.
Best case scenario, that female and that male says that we did something against the law. 8 cops against one person, right? So you know who I would want? I would want the guy who's not even involved in this to be my witness. That's how it works.
Like I said, this is what I do.
No, that's how it works. That's what we're trying to explain to you.
So they need me as a witness?
You're part of any type of information that anybody that comes. We're gonna have to ID him because he's in our cameras now.
Turner stayed composed and declined to provide his ID, aware that he wasn't legally obligated to do so. However, at that moment, the previous deputy made an absurd statement, further highlighting his lack of understanding as a law enforcement officer.
And they're gonna be like, well, who's this guy? Did he have anything to do with the scene? Well, why didn't y'all identify him? So that's what I'm trying to get at.
Where'd you come from?
That's not relevant.
It's not relevant?
No, it's not.
So you just...
How do we know you didn't get out of this vehicle? Go behind and you're with them and you walked over.
Did you just really ask me that?
Did I seriously just ask you that?
Is that a serious question?
Yeah, it actually is a serious question. Why would you randomly walk up to this and then fail to identify yourself?
I already told your supervisor what I do. I'm a journalist.
I really don't care what you do. It doesn't matter.
So, you have a question?
No, I'm just waiting on this business card and I'm out of here. That's it.
I gave you my name and badge number.
I asked for a business card. You said you were going to go get it.
We all don't have any, man.
Okay, what's your name and badge number?
My name is Cameron Shelley. My badge number is 315.
Okay, thank you. All right, now, like I said, I already...
It was truly perplexing why the deputies and the sergeant were making such a fuss about filming an incident from a safe distance. Especially vexing was the deputy who persisted in intimidating Turner despite his consistent ignoring.
Give him your name and date of birth or not?
I'm talking to your sergeant right now.
He's not talking to you. He's on the phone.
I'm not talking to you either. I'm talking to your sergeant.
It doesn't matter. Guess what? We both have the same job.
He's a higher rank than you.
One way or another.
He's a higher rank than you. That's who I speak. This is who I have to speak with. He's here, so that's who I'm speaking with.
That's great.
Okay.
I made contact with you before he did.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not sure you're really versed in the law good enough in the fact that you're failing to ID. You will ID or you will not leave here.
I'm talking to your supervisor right now.
What'd you say your first name was again?
What?
What'd you say your first name was again? If you told him, I just forgot it. Because I would like to address you by first name.
You can address me by sir,
okay,
mister.
Just then, the sergeant pulled the auditor aside and attempted to calm him down. It was clear that even the sergeant was not entirely pleased with his deputies and did not fully agree with their actions.
Nothing wrong, and but here's the deal. They got a point there. I mean, Worst case scenario is that your camera will be a part of evidence, but we're not going to go there because I have a camera. I have plenty of cameras going, so I don't need your camera. Now, if something were to happen to where, man, we get into a shooting or something or a fight and somebody gets hurt, then you know what? I'm taking your camera because that's so. So you got to be careful with that in the future. Okay, when you're doing this,
But on that one, I'll tell you, there was a shooting on 6th Street that happened not too long ago, and I helped aided them catching the shooter.
And I have no problem with that. No. But that's what's called evidence. It's not that I want your camera because I want you to stop doing this. These guys are up to no good.
Technically, I didn't come up here. At the very beginning, I came here when they were sat on the curb right there, and they were being handcuffed. I didn't see anything come out the car. All I know is I saw a dog go around the car, a dog go around the car, and that was it. The next thing I know, I see them put things in brown bags, and that's it. I don't know what happened until that officer came over and told me they're being arrested for narcotics. I was like, oh, okay. But I mean, you can't, as a witness, you can't feed me that type of information. So then I wouldn't be a credible witness.
The sergeant grasped the situation and realized there was no justification for demanding the auditor's ID, as he hadn't witnessed any crime being committed. That's when the sergeant decided to let him go without insisting on seeing any ID.
Worst case scenario, if something were major, yeah, we would need as much as we could.
Okay.
I mean, so just be careful with when you get into whatever you're doing. I know this is not the first time; it's going to be the last time.
Oh no, I deal with this type of interaction all the time. This is not the type of interaction I would like to get myself involved.
You're the only reason these guys.
I know that they want to get my information, but I'm telling you I didn't see anything. And I'm not going to lie and say I saw something that I didn't see. That's just point blank and period. I told you what I saw. I saw them put a case in a brown bag and some clothes in a brown bag. That's it. I didn't see any narcotics.
So you said Seth? Philip?
First name is Philip.
Man, it's been one of those days, man. So yeah, what's a good contact info for you?
I got a business card in the car, and I can give you that.
Walk across when I pull off this side of the road.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thank you.
All right, man. Be careful.
The deputies were nowhere to be found once their supervisor corrected them. However, Turner took action by going to the Comal County Sheriff's Office and filing a complaint against the deputies who attempted to intimidate him and violated his rights. While there's no update on the complaint, we can only hope that the officers faced disciplinary action. We're now examining the notorious body cam footage recorded by the police and the cleaning crew while they were checking out the Watts family home, where Chris Watts' wife, Shanann, was found dead. During their investigation, the team encountered numerous electronic voice phenomena, or EVPs, and unsettling sightings. Some people say that as the search team enters the living room, you can see one of the daughters at the top of the stairs. Let's take another look at that part.
It smells like cleaning.
I'm not sure if it's really a ghost, but it could be. What's your opinion? At this moment, there's an EVP that sounds a lot like it's saying, "Get out alive." Then, there's an unknown female voice that says, "No." After that, the two officers enter a closet, which turns out to be a wardrobe in one of the bedrooms. Pay attention because a faint giggle can be heard in the background.
Yes. Oh my gosh. What in the world is that? Wow. Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What in the world is that? Wow. Go in there and step on that little blue thing and see if that's where that noise came from. Yeah, it sounded like a kid toy. It sort of sounds like it.
The two officers definitely heard the child laughing too, and now they're trying to figure out where the giggle could have come from, but of course, they had no clue.
Something. I heard it. Did you hear it? I did. Sounded like a kid giggling or something, didn't it? Or a kid. It did. So all he did was go straight in there. That was strange, but we'll make a note of that.
I heard it. I definitely heard the same thing you did.
Yeah, and then he just sort of turned around and looked. But I didn't.
The next night, neighbors told the police that a woman was seen on CCTV going into the Watts family's house. What's really hard to explain is that she seems to have never left the house after that. Also, the team saw that the lights in the garage were turned on.
Frederick Police Department, anybody in the house? Frederick Police Department, anybody in the house, make yourself known!
After that interesting start, the team goes inside to find out what's happening in the house. They split up to search more areas. During their exploration, they recorded several unexplainable events. While this officer is keeping watch over the dining area, a shadow appears to move quickly from the right side to the left. Viewers suggest that the spirits of the family are still roaming around in this house. Could that really be the case? Colombia's division into 32 departments, instead of states or provinces, places Antioquia as the sixth largest. Nestled amidst mountains and valleys, this department not only hosts the Colombian capital of Medellin, but also unfolds into a tropical haven along the Caribbean coast. On March 12, 2023, a group of construction workers experienced an unsettling sense of repetition as cracking noises reverberated from a retaining wall. This marked the second time at the same site for this unfortunate crew. Anticipating a landslide, they stepped back and witnessed their hard work crumble.
¡Vea cómo salen volando esas guayas, huevón! ¡Quita! ¡Corra! ¡Corra! ¡Ay, gran gonorrea! ¡Ay, Señor bendito! ¡Ay, Padre celestial! ¡Ay, gonorrea! ¡Ay, gonorrea como de vino! ¡Ay, Padre celestial! ¡Ay, Dios mío! Gracias, no quitamos ya. ¡Ay, marica, lo que nos... ¡Ay, Jehová, bendito Señor! ¡Vea! ¡Ay, marica! ¡Gran gonorrea, huevón!
The troubled wall was part of the Pacifica 1 project, aiming to link Bolombolo municipality with Medellin and the broader southwestern Antioquia through a new road. Ironically, retaining walls are designed to prevent such disasters, serving as geotechnical structures to reinforce soil and enhance its load-bearing capacity. Someone clearly missed the memo during the soil tests on this wall, either a rookie mistake or someone seriously lacking in the soil testing department. Yes, apparently, this truly happened. A break-in at the house took place by Rappahannock around 8:15 p.m., holding items in their hand with the items. It appeared like the glass had been shattered. In broad daylight, a guy with a rolly board rolled into someone's property, not with any nefarious intent, but for some goofy antics. After doing some lighthearted shenanigans, he took things to another level by proceeding to lick something on the wall. A video was posted on Reddit by a user named Chaos Magic. It's from a neighborhood gym security camera, showing a man getting ready for his workout by walking around the gym. That's when the footage captured something. Background. A machine seemed to be working on its own, even though no one was using it. And if that wasn't strange enough, the man had another scare. When he got close to the weights, they started moving on their own. Terrified, he quickly packed up his stuff and was about to leave when an invisible force attacked him. In this video, Steve Ballard is navigating an underground tunnel, capturing something deeply unsettling on camera without realizing it at the time. Neither Steve nor his friend noticed anything unusual during the recording. It was only upon reviewing the footage later that Steve spotted the mysterious appearance. Interestingly, he didn't remember seeing anything out of the ordinary during the exploration, although there were a few odd occurrences. For instance, his fully charged flashlight abruptly lost all power as they entered a specific section of the tunnel. Even creepier, Steve felt as though someone was breathing down his neck, despite his friend being several steps behind him. This next part of the footage is particularly eerie and happens very quickly. As Steve and his friend move through a hidden passage, watch carefully. Here's what they captured.
Tunnel is
it's amazing, isn't it?
Really smart, really clean.
Yeah. And it's dry, look. The best part.
Yeah.
I'll go down there. God, it just felt cold walking down there, Stu.
Show itself just there.
Yeah.
Now watch. Now. See it?
It appears that someone or something swiftly moved in front of Steven's friend in the tunnel. After reviewing this clip, Steve is more convinced than ever that the tunnel is haunted. The big question remains, what exactly is haunting it? Assuming it's something paranormal. While it's not definitive whether a ghost was caught on camera, the footage is undeniably creepy. When all you want to do is build a snowman, and then this happens, that was a close call. Luckily, everyone's okay. Shortly after 6 a.m. on Thursday, March 22nd, at a co-op on Coppice Avenue in Sale, two men entered the shop. They grabbed the staff and demanded money, forcing them into the back room where they took cash. The robbers also demanded access to the self-service tills and stole more money from them. The duo then fled in a gray Audi A3. Detective Constable Dan Hayes of GMP's Trafford Borough commented on the incident, noting the offenders' disregard for the safety of the hardworking staff. The police are still investigating and searching for the robbers. On April 19, 2016, around 4:40 a.m., there was a break-in at Cabela's, located at 85164 Ave, NE. The Calgary police were called around 6:30 a.m. when staff arriving for work discovered the break-in. Although the store manager was on site at the time, they were in a back room and didn't hear the break-in. The responding officers found the front doors on the north side of the store smashed. Once inside, the suspect headed straight for 4 glass display cases containing weapons. They grabbed a total of 12 weapons, including 3 restricted rifles, valued at $10,000. The suspect was only in the store for less than 4 minutes before fleeing with the stolen weapons. After a lengthy investigation, the culprit was eventually apprehended. The videos were made by a young security guard working overnight at a hospital in Chile that was being renovated. His main task was to keep the building safe at night, but he soon found out that dealing with people breaking in was not what he should be most concerned about. He experienced and heard many strange things during his shifts, which made him start recording these events.
Creo que el sonido vino de por acá, me parece. Hola. Oh, conches. Vamos a seguir mejor. Apaga la linterna. Aquí no hay nada. Conche su madre. No voy a de dónde. Mejor voy a salir luego de acá. Zoom me está fallando, pero ahí sí. Los pasillos de acá. No de ahí al fondo. Como pueden ver, aquí está todo normal. Así que vamos a... Bueno, vamos a seguir explorando por aquí. A ver si es que encontramos alguna cosa interesante. Conchetumare. Conchetumare, ¿no? ¿Qué es esa wea, conchetumare? ¿Quién está ahí? Conchetumare. Conchetumare, pues. ¿Quién está ahí? ¿Quién anda ahí? ¿Qué wea fue eso?
There are some super weird shadow sightings here that nobody can figure out. What do you think's going on? On November 13th, 2013, First Amendment Auditor Mr. Free visited the Northwest Mountain Regional Office in Washington to investigate allegations of rude federal employees. What he witnessed during his audit will make you doubt the professionalism of the staff. Shortly after, a security officer approached Mr. Free, questioning his presence and insisting that he couldn't be on federal property without an appointment.
Yeah.
You're on federal property.
Okay.
What are you taking pictures of?
Is anybody at the dumpster?
Yeah, I'll make contact right now. Excuse me?
Why are you worried about that?
Because I do security. This is all federal property. You can't be on federal property unless you have an appointment.
Towards the generators and probably going to go
Excuse me?
How confident of that are you?
I'm pretty confident of that.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, he's having to push out right now. Willing to make you a bet on that?
Why are you on federal property?
Why would I explain that to you?
Because you're not supposed to be on federal property unless you have a reason to be on federal property.
The officer asked for identification, but Mr. Free humorously stated he didn't have any. When told to leave federal property, Mr. Free politely refused. Following his refusal, he contacted FPS.
You have a proper identification.
Oh. So are you asking for my identification?
Yes, sir. Do you have any identification?
I don't.
That's fine.
My name's Gandalf.
That's fine. And where did you park at, sir?
What's that?
Where did you park at?
I actually skydived in.
Really?
Did a halo jump. It's a little chilly up at 40,000.
It is pretty cold up.
It is really cold up at 40,000.
Can I walk you off federal property? I'm not trying to be rude.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I'm going to politely decline that request.
I have to ask you to leave, otherwise.
I totally understand you have to ask me. I'm sure that's probably in your policy manual or something.
It is.
I'm going to deny the request politely.
Mr. Free expressed confidence, betting that even if the authorities arrived, they would depart before he did.
I'm going to make a quick bet with you guys, though, that even if they do by some chance show up, that they'll leave before I do.
Oh, they will be here.
Yeah, I'm going to...
They're en route. Yeah,
I'm going to make a quick bet, though. They're going to leave before I do. Any takers?
I'm not a betting man.
Not a betting man?
No, I got too many kids to feed.
Oh, fair enough.
Yep.
Fair enough. I can appreciate that. Oh, hey, that was fast. That was fast. Is there a PRO on site, by the way? Is there a PRO on site?
Mr. Free was approached by another officer, and surprisingly, both of them appeared to be acquainted with each other.
Well. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you,
What
man?
are you doing up here all the way
I
from
knew
Portland?
it was going to be you. How are you, man?
Good. How about you, 1523?
Pretty good.
Or do you just prefer Michael?
It doesn't.
Officer Michael informed the security officer that Mr. Free should be allowed access. Federal agencies require a specific process to close property, and since this one hadn't been closed, the building was likely open to the public. This meant that Mr. Free was within his rights to enter.
I don't know which one you're with. I mean, like I told you before, I'm not going to stop you from
Well, I know there's,
so.
honestly, I know I'm not going to get any problem with you, Michael, so I'm with Inland Auditing Media.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, I mean,
Good to see you, man.
Nice to see you, man.
Yeah, no, that's great. I'm Gandalf, by the way.
Carlos.
Yep.
No, we haven't dealt. I'm a dog handler, so I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Fair enough. How's 1414 doing?
He's good. Yeah,
he's he's a bit of a rigid man.
Yeah, but he's all right. He's all right.
No, he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he's good.
Did I catch him on a bad day?
No, I think you were his first minute auditor, and I was letting him take it at first.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
He's good. You know, he. You know what? I think it helped.
His words raised a troubling question. Would this audit reveal good practices or uncover yet another concerning discovery?
I think things like this help police just to be involved in something like this and get to know exactly what we're supposed to do and stuff like that. So
yeah, well, and in the long stream effect, or the downstream effect rather, is that there are many things. I don't know if you guys have.
Sun's getting me in the eyes.
Oh, sure, yeah, you bet. If you guys have seen the kind of journalism I practice, I mean, I get tips and leads all the time that actually do take me to places. One of the things I'm getting ready to do here is a FOIA, and I cannot tell you how many times now I've caught some sort of a bad practice, going on. And the good thing about catching those is, as we know, not all police officers, whether they're federal, state, county, city, they're not all bad. There's plenty of good police officers out there. The worst thing to you guys is a crappy police officer.
When he had to submit a FOIA request, he was promptly directed to the FAA website instead. This situation raised significant questions about the accessibility of authoritative property.
So I need to see if I can get a PRO, or I can go through, it's fine, but I just need to get a FOIA document if I could.
That's fine. Yeah, we just need to see if we can get him what he needs.
Just go on the FAA website. You're not coming in.
Why not?
Just go on the FAA website.
How come I'm not coming in?
Because who are you here to see?
I'm here to do a Freedom of Information Act request.
Who are you here to see them?
Whoever the PRO is.
Public relations
officer.
officer.
See, here's the problem.
As they searched for the public relations officer, they found them absent. This raised questions about who held the key to accessing the necessary information.
We need to get him the information for the person that he needs to see. So let's look at who the public relations. So is there a public relations office here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but no.
But they're not here?
Correct.
All right.
There's only like when someone comes in for an airplane license, you don't walk in. You make an appointment with FSDO. FSDO makes sure they're here, and they marry up. and get their stuff out. So if he wants to see the PAO, he makes an appointment. They know that they make it agree on a time. They both show up at the same time. Otherwise, everyone works from home.
Hey, Far.
They're only here when
I'll change it up.
We need to get the information. Who's the name of the PIO?
Who's the PIO? Yeah.
That's the way it's
Get him
going.
the information.
Well, there's Bill Meyer. I'm the security guy.
I need to get the PIO's information. Name and contact information.
And also, Far, I am going to come inside.
Mr. Free challenged the guard and insisted on being allowed inside the building. Tension heightened as it became increasingly uncertain whether he would be permitted to enter or denied access altogether.
I'm absolutely going through that.
Good for you.
So let's get that process on, okay?
No.
Why not? Are you denying me access to the building?
Who are you here to see?
I'm not going to tell you that. Are you denying me access to the building?
So, see, it's appointment only. It's escort only.
Far, I'm going to make this real clear to you. Are you going to deny me access or not?
Are you, what are you? Are you my dad?
Are you denying me access or not? You're the security
I'm not saying
person.
anything.
I'm
What
coming
I'm
into the
saying
building, or
is-
you're going to deny me. Which one are you doing?
You have to be escorted.
I don't really. I'm
From
not
wherever
concerned
you
with
go
what the
past
rules
that-
are. What I'm concerned with is I'm going in my building. It's mine.
Yeah? Who's your escort?
I don't really care. You can find whoever you want. Find the janitor.
I'm not here to find an escort for you. You're
I'm not here
tell me
to
who
be
your
told that I can't come into my building. So either you're going to deny me access to my building or you're going to let me inside. You need to figure it out, Far. Are you going to process me or
So,
not?
let me get this straight. You're telling me what I need to do?
The absence of identification contributed to the uncertainty surrounding the outcome of the encounter. When the officer asked for his identification, he denied having any.
So are you going to prevent me from going in or not?
He needs to be processed in.
Perfect. Welcome to the FAA. Do you have a photo ID?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I'm not going to show you ID.
Perfect. Do you have any weapons or explosives?
No.
Mr. Free received assurances from a helpful staff member regarding access and information. The staff member provided him with a sticky notepad so he could provide all the necessary information.
If this person is going to be able to give you the information you need, she and like one of the executive managers here.
Oh, okay.
I've dealt with her. She's very nice, so she'll be able to point you in the right direction for FAA, who the PAO is,
That's
and
awesome.
how to do a FOIA request.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and sign it for me. Yeah, you bet.
If you have something to write her information down, I'll give it to you.
You know what I'll do?
Yes. Put it on a sticky note for you.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
All right, it's 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Yep.
I was just looking for that. Is that my badge?
Yes,
Okay.
write the number down.
Oh, sure.
Mr. Free tries to bypass security, but the officer prevents any attempts to limit his movement within the lobby by gesturing towards him. Meanwhile, Officer Michael steps in to inform Officer Farr.
Over there?
No, you're not.
Why?
This is the lobby.
Yeah, he can go over there.
No, he can't.
It's not unrestricted area. Will.
It is. It is a restricted area.
It's not restricted.
What says that it's restricted for?
Show me a restricted sign. Show me an employees only sign.
Everywhere you go, you have to be escorted. Every visitor has to be escorted in this building.
In restricted space.
No, in all spaces.
Restricted spaces.
I'm telling you.
But it's
Hey,
not on
Far.
you. It's not on you, Far. It's not on you.
I get it.
Yeah.
But the FAA says it is escort only.
Okay. In space. Tenant space.
I'll have the president go in here. He can't even go back.
Hey, Far, watch me. I'm going to walk over there.
You can go over there.
And you're not going to do anything about it,
Yeah,
okay?
because you have these guys.
It's time for Farr to learn his lesson, and the officer ensured to handle the auditor, leaving the official embarrassed.
Far, think about what you're saying, dude. They're federal law enforcement officers that actually know what they're talking about. You need to stay in your lane.
You really do, Far.
You got
not
it?
point at me.
I will point at you. What are you going to do about it?
He can point all he wants, Far. Dude. If I need to talk to Jerry, I will. But you gotta cut it out at this point, man. I'm telling you, right now, on a contract standpoint, you gotta stop. You gotta go to the loading dock, whatever you need to do. You need to go on a patrol, but you can't be here. Okay?
Officer Michael instructs the officer to cease his actions and points him in a different direction. However, Mr. Free expresses gratitude to those behind him and drops hints about what's to come next.
Are you an employer? Okay. My name is Steve.
I'm William.
Nice to meet you, William.
How are you?
Well, I mean, it's getting better. I don't know what is up with that security contractor FAR, but...
He's following his post orders.
He's what?
Following his post orders.
That's concerning.
You have a channel?
I do. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know Michael, one of the FAA, or I'm sorry, FPS, one of the FPS officers back there. Not like we're friends, but I mean, I know him from...
Acquaintance.
Acquaintance. We are definitely acquaintances.
Okay.
Yeah. Met him down in Portland. Really nice guy. Really great officer.
Got a lot of training.
He does. Carlos just met him today. Really squared away guy.
Here, he encountered another employee named William, who voiced concerns about the behavior of security contractor FAR. Meanwhile, Michael and William discussed their familiarity with FPS officers. After his audit, Mr. Free uploaded the interaction to his YouTube channel. He didn't mention any intentions for legal action, but encouraged viewers to share their opinions with FPS about officers Michael and Carlos. We've all heard tales of strangers who have risked their own lives to save others they didn't even know. Many of us have even imagined ourselves in such heroic situations. Now, with the help of CCTV footage that has been recovered, we can actually watch one of these brave acts unfold. Life is filled with unbelievable moments, some of which are critical, life or death situations. Watching these moments unfold can be truly astonishing. On a Wednesday night, a family was filming a video to capture a special occasion, a birthday surprise. The birthday person, named Danny, anticipated a surprise party from his wife and child, but he wasn't prepared for what actually happened. During the filming, an unexpected incident occurred that left the family profoundly terrified. Take a look.
And my wife surprised me with some sorbet, and my son blows out my candles. After relighting the candles, I looked at the footage and saw something.
What happens in the video is quick, so you might miss it at first glance. If you slow down the footage and pay close attention, you'll see what appears to be a figure standing behind the family. It only shows up on camera for a split second, which initially left Danny unsure about what he had captured. Thinking it might have been a trick of the eye or just his shadow, he revisited the video. However, after watching it several times and sharing the clip with others, Danny has come to believe that there was indeed something or someone behind him at the party. So, the question remains, who or what was at his birthday celebration? A TikTok user named J Van Gogh said his mom was looking after his nephew. The nephew rushed over and said he saw another kid who wanted to play with him, but J Van Gogh said his nephew was the only kid there that night. When they checked the security camera footage, they found something. When the kid steps back into the room and looks up at something we can't see, he seems a bit scared. As the lights start to blink, it looks like something is following him. This thing, with dark hair and a white t-shirt, looks just like him. Suddenly, the boy decides to chase after this small figure as it goes back into the room. Some folks believe it could be a doppelganger, a kind of evil spirit that looks like a kid. A portable lithium-ion battery for charging cell phones is common in many homes for convenience, but it can be dangerous. Check out the video footage of this fire to see how serious it can be. Fortunately, no dogs were harmed. The owners had a dog door and managed to get out safely. It's funny that the dog who started the fire seemed to watch the flames, like he was aware of the trouble he caused. In a different, equally chilling situation, Chelsea May shared a video featuring her child, captured on a baby cam. Her son woke up at an odd hour and began wandering around his room. Initially, this didn't seem worrisome, but what happened next would certainly raise alarms. Having lived in the house for just 4 months, they're convinced the voice caught on the baby cam isn't their son's, suggesting that something else was communicating with the child. Chelsea suspects it might be the spirit of a little girl. Could this be true? Additionally, her son was apparently pulled off the bed by his leg, leading many to think that the spirit of a little girl could be attached to the house, possibly seeking a playmate. It's a chilling notion. But imagine something even more unsettling happening to an adult, like a security officer patrolling a supposedly deserted wing of an old airport. He wasn't the first to notice strange occurrences there, especially in the washroom areas, known for unexplainable sounds. That night, he decided to record these bizarre events.
Aquí, en este pasillo, hay un baño. En este pasillo hay un baño. Hay un baño de mujeres. En este pasillo hay un baño de mujeres. A esta hora hay un fantasma juguetón que juega con las llaves de lavamanos. Ahí está. Este es el baño. Ese es el baño. Y como ustedes se pueden dar cuenta, están las luces apagadas. Ay, qué miedo. No hay nadie. No hay nadie, no hay nadie, no hay un alma aquí abajo. No tiene por qué haberla. Y en este baño menos. Sin embargo, allí está el fantasma jugando con la llave del agua. Es obviamente una mujer, bueno, a menos que sea. Me voy a acercar poco a poco. Esto está oscuro, man. Se prenden las luces por mi presencia. ¿Sí ven? Se paró. Se quedó quieto. Dale pues. Sigue jugando. ¿Por qué te para? Mira. Hola. Hola, hola. ¿Estás acá? ¿Dónde estás? Se prenden las luces. ¿Estás jugando con la llave? ¿Ah? ¿Estás jugando con la llave? ¿Ah? Necesito otra prueba. Necesito otra prueba. ¡Ay, marica!
The spirit appears to be quite intelligent, even interacting with the security guard in a way that disproves his skepticism. There might be a purpose behind its presence. Perhaps it seeks acknowledgement. Is this possible? Regardless of the reason, the whole situation is undeniably creepy. 3 armed and masked individuals targeted Metro PCS in Ensley. They entered the store, threatening an employee and another individual. Despite searching, they couldn't find any money. Suddenly, the alarm started blaring, prompting them to hastily flee the scene.
We have to drop our money. What is that? Huh? What is that? It's in the store. Check this shit, bro. We finna call. Oh, please don't do that, y'all. Please. Please, y'all. Come on, man. We supposed to go.
A woman named Kimberly went to her kitchen around 1:30 a.m. to grab some snacks and enjoy some late-night cereal. While she was there, she heard a chilling sound that was captured on her home security camera. Watch closely to see what happens.
Oh, Jesus! Jackie? Hi. Okay, I'm gonna go back to sleep now.
Kimberly hears a voice that sounds like it's saying hi, startling her so much that she quickly stands and turns around, only to find that nobody is there. She calls out to her roommate and realizes she's not the source of the voice. Terrified, Kimberly begins to pray on the spot for a few seconds before hastily leaving the room. She also notes that usually, her dogs would join her during late-night snacks, expecting her to share some food. However, on this particular night, they decided to steer clear, leading Kimberly to believe that the unexplained voice was the reason for their unusual behavior. Guard Francisco Hernandez recorded the video while he was wrapping up his shift, having heard an unusual sound emanating from one of the airplanes. This check was in line with the airline's protocol, especially after a break-in a few months earlier. As he directed his flashlight down the aisle, a shadowy figure suddenly appeared, peeking around the corner.
Verga. ¿Qué fue eso? No mames.
Shaken with fear, the video shows him rushing out of the airplane, and it's reported that he ended his shift just minutes afterward. What exactly did our guard capture? A shadowy presence lurking in the airplane. How unsettling. But that's not all. There was another eerie event at this airport. A colleague of his reported seeing ghostly figures resembling passengers disembarking from an airplane as if they were coming from the afterlife. We watch them pass through a tunnel not connected to any real airplane, which convinces even more people that ghosts and spirits are frequently seen in this place. The footage shows these ghostly figures moving through a tunnel that isn't connected to any actual airplane, further convincing many that ghosts and spirits are a regular occurrence at this location. Could these be passengers who perished on one of the flights? Or perhaps passengers from a plane that never reached its intended destination? It's a chilling thought. The Kingdom of Tonga, within the continent of Oceania, consists of over 170 islands and is constantly under threat due to its 6 active land volcanoes and 4 submarine volcanoes. One such underwater volcano is Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai, located about 30 kilometers southeast of Fonuafo. It began erupting on December 20th, 2021, and reached a significant climax on January 15th, 2022. Satellite images captured this massive eruption, one of the largest ever observed from space. The day before it erupted, the volcano showed increased activity, prompting officials from the Tonga Geological Service to record the event up close. the eruption of the Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai volcano on January 15th was so massive that it caused ash to rain down on Tongatapu, the main island of Tonga, and even blocked out the sun in many areas around the region. In addition to the volcanic eruptions, a magnitude 5.8 earthquake and a tsunami also hit the main island. Specialists have stated that the eruption released mechanical energy hundreds of times greater than the nuclear explosion at Hiroshima, marking it as a catastrophic event. A shirtless, barefoot man appeared at someone's house late at night. He rang the doorbell and claimed to be there for some type of chores.
I just purchased online, but I'm waiting for the keys. I'm gonna be doing the chores till you get out, till you open up. I'm just gonna be doing chores like you want. Like Mom said.
The homeowner, exercising caution, wisely decided not to answer it. Now, let's talk about a guy from Kamenka, Russia, who could be called a demolition expert, but not in the best way. On March 14, 2017, he and his friends found a rundown building in their small town and thought it would be fun to play with. So, what did they do? They started throwing bricks at one of the weak support columns. Not a great idea, right? You don't need a crystal ball to guess what happened next. Once they hit the support, the whole roof came crashing down.
Я за него бегу. Я тоже, блядь, если его предать, я к нему бегу.
It's like a lesson in what not to do for fun. Surprisingly, no one got hurt, but it's a reminder for all of us. If you ever find a worn-out building, maybe just leave it alone and definitely don't throw bricks at it. On December 31st, 2017, Hammond police officers detained a burglary and harassment suspect in the basement of a house. Soon after, Sergeant Michael Cirillo arrived and exacerbated the situation by taking matters into his own hands.
What's going on? All right. My family, you mother. Hey! Let go! Hey! Let go! Go back! Let go! You piece of man! You're gonna hurt my wife, bro! Let go! Mother. Go! Let go! Bro, get up! Let go! Get up! You all right? Nah, but I am.
It later emerged that the suspect, Vincent Tyrone, had sent threatening text messages to Sill's family. Zone was taken to a nearby hospital while the officer was promptly detained. He was arrested and charged with third-degree assault. However, several months later, the charges against Sill were dropped, and he was demoted to the rank of officer. Switching to a different scenario, Monica Cruz uploaded a footage showing something unsettling at her workplace. Monica and some friends work as security guards at an undisclosed, long-abandoned site. Their job is to monitor the premises to prevent break-ins. After being notified about a detected intruder, Monica faced this situation.
No, when we check the cameras for somebody, always looking for somebody. We don't pay attention to this. To the police. No. Who's on call?
We need to check the one in the office. And this is the same one that's in our office after everybody leaves because I can freaking hear it.
There it is. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I'm getting chills. I quit.
And it moves fast.
Wow.
It does.
I said hi. It went to the camera. You saw?
Mira. We didn't see all that.
Oh my god.
We didn't get this far.
We didn't get this far because we were so impressed by the first one.
Wait.
Oh, we didn't get this far?
No.
There's more. It keeps coming back.
She keeps setting the cameras up. Mira. You can see the time. Y ahí va, otra vez. Hala. What the fuck?
This is crazy.
No sale la gente, güey.
A mysterious, large shadow is captured moving in an unusual, fluid manner. This odd behavior made Monica and her colleagues reluctant to investigate further. Something about it felt off. Overwhelmed by fear, they chose to watch the entity through their CCTV system. Even now, Monica says the footage still unnerves her. In broad daylight, two young men were caught sneaking around someone's property, attempting to peer inside the house. After lingering for a while, they eventually decided to leave, leaving behind an uneasy feeling for the homeowners. The Arecibo Observatory, a colossal space telescope located approximately 10 miles south of Arecibo, Puerto Rico, once held the title as the largest of its kind until China's FAST claimed the crown. Operating since the early 1960s, Arecibo weathered earthquakes and hurricanes, but time took its toll. In August 2020, a cable holding the central platform snapped, followed by another 3 months later. Faced with impending failure, the National Science Foundation opted to dismantle Arecibo, but the telescope had its own dramatic exit plan. Witness a 900-ton object plummeting 450 feet into the Puerto Rican hills, crashing onto the dish below. Cables yank other structures, causing towers in the foreground and background to topple. Originally, crews were meant to inspect and dismantle the telescope, avoiding the need for a professional demolition. Drone footage captures the moment the cable snaps, a small failure leading to a colossal collapse. As per Ramon Lugo, director of the Florida Space Institute, the telescope lost a wire every day post-Thanksgiving. Irreparable at that point, it was just a matter of time before the crash. The following footage was captured by a patrolling officer who responded to a call reporting a suspected break-in at a newly constructed residence. However, upon arrival, it was discovered that the owners were not at home and that no one else had entered the property.
At least I know I'm not crazy, because there's definitely somebody standing right there. Tell me how nuts. And now they're back. You see it? Tell me I'm crazy. That's the creepiest I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely not.
But there's still uncertainty about what exactly happened here, whether it was just an optical illusion or if someone was hiding so effectively that even the police couldn't locate them. This video was taken inside a McDonald's where a man was angry because his order was wrong and they wouldn't refund his money. In response, he spit on the floors and counters.
Give me my money back. You're not getting any. Give me my money back then. Give me my money back then. I ordered a large. I don't care.
In the video, you can see an employee coming from behind the counter trying to resolve the issue with the man.
Give me my money back. Give me my money back. Give me my money back. What money? I ordered a large drink. She said I can't have a large drink. Give me my large drink. Give me my money back or give me my large drink. What kind of large drink was it? Give me a Sprite. I ordered this shit on the paper. Give me my large drink.
I'm gonna help you out, right? Relax. You got a small drink?
Right, but I didn't order a small. Everything else here is small drink. When do I order a small drink? Exactly. I didn't spit. Somebody else spit. Small Sprite. Small Sprite. So get out my face with that. Come here. He spit. But you didn't spit. Come on, bro.
You spit it again?
No, I'm not spitting.
Yeah. Where you spit again?
I didn't spit
Where you
over
spit
it.
again?
Spitting over by the tree. No, I didn't.
You spit? Yeah, you did.
I didn't spit right there.
But that's not a problem, though.
Y'all be fool.
Okay.
Have a seat. I'll take care of you. I'll take care of you, right? I always take care of you, right? Yeah. All right, so just have a seat. Calm down, all right? Watch this. That's how you handle it. Watch this. Watch the top of it. Keep that foot on the ground, yeah? Keep that foot on the ground.
Not sure what else the guy might have done if they hadn't fixed his order, but I'm glad the employee was able to calm the situation down. In San Pablo, California, a guy drove up to a red car at night, probably up to no good, and used some tool to take out the window. He climbed into the car and likely grabbed something, but when he saw a white car pulling into the driveway, he bolted. The owner called the cops about it, but they haven't figured out who the guy is yet. The next video is from the channel Explorer LLTTF. The person who uploaded the video and a group of friends set out to explore an unidentified building that's rumored to be haunted. They spent some time looking around, but didn't come across anything noteworthy at first.
What? Dude, oh, Jesus Christ, Herb. Dude, that fan's moving too. Look, look. It just stopped. What the?
Wired. We saw them things up there too, man. It was like on the fan up there. It was jumping around and then it jumped down here.
Dude, this ain't stopping.
That one was swinging. That one was swinging like that before. Now this one is moving. I don't know.
Dude, last time something like this happened, I ran out.
Yeah.
I'm not running this time.
I feel a little weird right now.
Dude, my heart's racing. Yep. Yo! What the? Dude. I'm getting. Got it? Dude, I don't know. Bro.
However, their experience took a turn when they noticed something unusual. The chandeliers began swaying on their own. Following this eerie event, the group decided to head home, even starting to record their typical YouTube outro. But just as they were about to leave, they were abruptly halted by a loud banging noise coming from behind them. In Port Orchard, Washington, this suspect is still out there being caught on camera swiping purses like it was no big deal.
You should probably leave. You should probably take it.
The cops were called, but they never caught the guy. He's still out there somewhere. This video was posted by a contractor named Irish Blood 11, who explains that he was working at a care center that had just closed down. His job was to locate a leak in the building, but he ended up having a really scary experience instead.
I'm working in an old urgent care that just got shut down. It got shut down before the freeze here in Texas. I'm not sure why it closed down, but it's pretty spooky. I'm supposed to be looking for a leak in here. This bathroom, creepy hallway. Real spooky place. Another bathroom. This is a second two-story building. This used to be the elevator shaft right here. I guess we're taking the stairs. I guess meditation class used to be upstairs. Had to put your shoes in this little cubby. After some further investigation, there's no one else in this building. I've heard someone go down those stairs though. So I guess this was the meditation room. There's a lot of natural lighting in here. I probably don't need the flashlight right now. Here's the top of the elevator shaft. You can't see anything down there. So here's the meditation room. Kind of looks like the back rooms. It looks very culty. There's a stage up here. It looks like a couple of altars next to them. Creepy. Okay, now I'm getting the here. That was it.
He captured a disembodied voice without realizing it, and also recorded some unexplained noises that really scared him at the time. He thinks it might be paranormal because he had really bad nightmares after that afternoon, and it's hard to blame him for feeling that way. This next video was recorded by a man who, while alone at home, noticed something out of the corner of his eye. He was relaxing in his living room, scrolling through his phone, but couldn't escape the unsettling feeling that someone was watching him. Though he tried to dismiss it as paranoia, just as he began to relax, he spotted a figure at his window. He quickly grabbed his phone to record, thinking no one might believe him. While the figure isn't visible on the camera, something else occurs that deeply frightens him. Here's what he captured.
Look, I'm really tripping out now. Something was looking at me through the window, and I heard I'm freaking out. I am tripping. There's something in this house with me. There's something in here. I'm telling you. No.
What might initially seem like a video of someone just being paranoid turns out to be footage of something entirely different. This is made evident by the sudden movement of items in the kitchen. Even before that, the man's intense feeling of discomfort signals that something unusual is happening. Whatever it is, the man hopes to capture more of it on camera. And even if he doesn't manage to record more, he at least has the consolation that this incident was documented. This video comes from an anonymous source and features a man staying at a cabin with his fiancée in a secluded wooded location. The couple is renting the cabin from the man's uncle and have been staying there together temporarily. Over the last few weeks, they've been disturbed by unsettling noises during the late hours of the night, including banging, scratching, and growling, but they have never been able to identify the source of these sounds. That changes one night when the banging begins again, prompting the man to start recording. What follows is captured in this video.
February 9th, 2019, and I'm here with my fiance, and there's been this... Come on, baby. There's been this, like... No, stay there, don't come over here. I don't know what the f it is. There's been this thing... I don't know. Do you hear that? There's been this, someone or something is outside and they've been f***ing with us. They've been f***ing with us for weeks now. We're renting this cabin out from one of our family friends, my uncle. What is that? It's been making noise for weeks now. There's another house down there, but I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Do you think it has to know we're here? That's... Did it just... I'm gonna shut the lights off. I have to go out there. I have to. Baby, come hold my phone. Just hold the camera. I've got to go out there. Or, yeah, I'll take the camera with me. Does this flashlight work? It does, okay. What? I love you. Shut the door and lock it as soon as I go out here. Okay? I love you. Don't lock it, please. I'm scared. I don't know what the it is. Hello? This. It's making... Baby. It's following us. Go away! Baby. Go away! Baby, hold the camera. I'm gonna be right back, okay? Here's the rifle. I have a gun! We're calling the police! Use your phone and call the cops, please. I have a gun.
This has been happening.
What? Kim.
It's coming. It's gray. It's tall, and it's fucking skinny, and it's gray. And it has no facial features, it just has eyes. Eyes and slits for nose. It's skin. It has no hair, it's just skin. This. We're going home.
All sorts of strange sounds can be heard coming from all around the cabin, and when the man first steps outside, he doesn't see anything, but after arming himself and giving his fiancée the phone, he ventures out again. This time, he claims to see a tall, skinny gray creature without any facial features, except for eyes and slit-like nostrils, and its body is hairless. Many viewers think it's a skinwalker, but it also resembles descriptions of a gray alien. Tall, gray, skinny, with prominent eyes and barely noticeable mouth and nose. Like many such videos, what it actually shows remains unclear. Video footage of military exercises is some of the most hidden from public view. Governments are careful about what they release, as foreign agents might be watching and gathering information. Only with approval from higher authorities can such videos be shared. This brings us to a clip recorded by the U.S. Navy on June 18, 2021. While in the Atlantic Ocean, the USS Gerald R. Ford underwent its first full-ship shock trial. The video shows the ship alone on the water. A voice counts down from 10, and at 0, a sudden bright flash from beneath the water turns it blue. Just before an explosion sends a massive wave soaring into the air. The blast is huge, completely obscuring the ship from view. These exercises are done to check how well underwater explosions can damage enemy ships, and they happen often. It's really amazing to see how big these blasts can be. What's even more astonishing is that this is the only footage that has been made public. Think about the videos that haven't been released. What sort of destruction do you think we would see? In Columbus, Ohio, a man was caught snooping around someone's house in broad daylight. The homeowner confronted him, and the intruder quickly left the scene.
Hey, get off my porch! Off my porch, you on camera, I got you!
You got me. Well, who's your porch and who are you?
And I know the police know who you are, get off my porch!
Fortunately, the situation didn't escalate further, and the homeowner's prompt action helped prevent any potential harm. Eric McCullough was accused of fatally stabbing his niece, Tyesha McCullough, and wounding Antoine Lee in an incident in July. The situation escalated during a court session when Antoine Lee, both a witness and a victim of McCullough's previous alleged attack, emotionally attacked McCullough. This led to a dramatic courtroom brawl that was captured during the hearing.
Back up, sir! Back up, sir! Sir, back up!
Take him out. Take him out of the courtroom.
Calm down, baby. Calm down. Calm down. Put on. All right, go. Gentlemen, sit down in that court.
Get out.
In or out?
Out. Everybody out of the courtroom. Not everybody.
Do not stand up. Sit up. Stay right there.
I've got some more officers coming.
Yes, sir. Just stay right here. Don't move.
Sit control. Everybody clear?
Going back down.
Sergeant Jackson, sit control.
We've got some folks out in the hallway who are out of control too, so watch them.
Sergeant Jackson, sit control. I'm going to be bringing those two inmates back. I need the jail locked down. Stop all inmate movement. Assume emergency traffic.
Set it up and lock it down, dude.
We also have some folks out in the hallway that we need to watch.
Is it locked down? The elevator locked down? Hey, so make sure they got the other guy across the street too. Make sure they cross the street.
He's across, they're lower taking him over. We need to make sure he's secure.
Before we could get him on.
This incident took place during a preliminary hearing, and because of the brawl, extra precautions were taken in later sessions to avoid more disruptions. Ultimately, McCullough was found guilty of manslaughter for the death of his niece, while the charges for stabbing Lee were dropped. Abandoned locations often serve as hotspots for reported paranormal activity, with people frequently witnessing strange phenomena. In one such incident, security was dispatched to investigate a noise complaint emanating from room 209 of an abandoned building. The eerie part of this story is that the room was supposed to be unoccupied. What follows are the captures from the CCTV cameras installed in the hallways, documenting the investigation.
John, do you copy? It's room 209. Amy says nobody's checked into that room, and there's reports of screaming coming from that room. Amy, he's on his way down there right now. What's going on, John? There's no one checked into that room. There should be nobody in there. Wait 1 second, John. Amy, are you there? Yeah, John says he hears the screaming coming from that room. And I hear it too. But we're sure that no one's checked into that room. Correct? John, just wait. We're going to get a hold of the police. So, I would wait for the police, John. Amy, John's going to enter the room real quick just to check, make sure, see what's going on. Wait one. John? John, are you there? Okay, Amy, John wants you to call the police right now if you don't mind. He says no one's in there, but that all of the furniture's been turned upside down and the hold on. He says the carpet's been ripped up and that the shower is on, but nobody's in there. Man, that's scary. I'm officially freaked out now.
To everybody's surprise, nobody was found in the room, and besides the ripped-up carpet, it left the guard in an extreme state of shock. After returning home, to this day, they are certain that something paranormal has unfolded here. I mean, what else could explain these bone-chilling screams? But another unsettling fact is the ghostly entity seemingly leaving the room shortly after the guard enters. Could this be proof that an actual ghost was ravaging through this hotel room? Many think that this is exactly what we are seeing. A daring group of teenage thieves was caught on nearly 20 security cameras attempting to break into a Wilston home while the family slept upstairs. Astonishingly, the intruders made no effort to conceal their identities and fled with just a shoe left at the front door.
Just without a care in the world, as if they would never get caught.
Their actual target, a multi-million-dollar car collection, remained secured in the garage. This incident marked the third time the house and its valuable car collection were targeted.
This is the third attempt now in 18 months, so it's getting a little bit ridiculous. At the end of the day, it's not about what they took, it's about the fact that people can just walk into your house, walk around and do so without consequence. If it's that extra bit of deterrence that there's a car driving around with its spotlight sun looking into houses, then I think it's worth doing for sure.
Concerned by increasing break-ins, neighbors are now contemplating the idea of investing in private security guards to patrol the streets. Birthdays are fun to celebrate, but imagine if something strange happened on that day. A young woman was celebrating her birthday with one of her close friends in a small forest when they captured this video. After watching the footage, they realized something frightening was happening. The friend who was recording mentioned feeling uneasy seeing a peculiar object near the girl's face, but couldn't identify it. Only upon reviewing the video did they notice what seemed to be a white face. Is this a ghostly encounter or a glitch in the video recording? In the early hours of Friday morning, an individual on a motorized scooter targeted someone's house. Swiftly, they approached, ran to the window, and hurled 2 large rocks through it. The perpetrator then hastily fled on their scooter. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. Have you ever come across the concept of a ghost car? There's this famous video dubbed The Ghost Car, featuring a mysterious driver who, while fleeing from the police one night, seemingly disappeared into nowhere.
We're still approaching N16.
The mystery of how this car managed to pass through a wire fence and elude the police cruisers remains unsolved to this day. Some speculate that the car found a gap in the fence not visible on camera, suggesting the event might just be a hoax. Yet, this theory hasn't been confirmed. While it's possible, the true explanation still eludes us, leaving this incident as a ghostly enigma in one of the most notorious dashcam recordings out there. Jen Barari, a mother who recently purchased a house, believes it's haunted. Since moving in, her family has been struggling to sleep through the night due to bizarre happenings. These incidents often occur at night, such as Jen's daughter waking up suddenly and staring at nothing, and one swing in a swing set moving by itself while the others remain still. Many viewers think Jen is truly experiencing paranormal events. Recently, Jen posted another eerie video. In it, she's watching TV in bed while her family is out for the night when something else grabs her attention. Here's what she captured on video.
Time to construct something new, something durable, with fortifications of iron, stone, and steel. I will not be ruled. I will
There it goes. You see it?
Remove all of this. I'm popping a dance floor over there. I'll play house music.
Let's not have some big vulgar display. I'd rather we just do something simple and intimate. All I need is you and justice of the peace, lovely gatherings, and sprays of lilies in the valley.
Are you kidding? Will Drake is getting married. This wedding needs to be the event of the season. Trust me, I'm a showman. This is what I do.
Well, I'm not sure.
My camera is trying to focus on something.
I love you. Well, you need me. I've restored it. But you let the world weary of the world young me.
I think I found your boy.
Weary.
Holy shit.
I won't be disappointed again.
Alright, I'm giving up. Thanks.
Despite being deeply disturbed by the events, Jen remains determined not to let any supposed ghosts force her out of her home. Adding to the creepiness, just a few days before the latest incident, something even more terrifying happened. While Jen was home alone, she heard an odd noise coming from upstairs, specifically from inside her bedroom closet, which is directly above where she was. Courageously, she decided to investigate the noise and recorded what she found. Here's the footage she captured.
Oh my god, if you guys could feel like my heart pounding through my chest. Hello? I feel like an animal. Yo.
After Jen stomped her foot, the sound of someone or something running towards her can be heard, which left her completely shocked. Many viewers, including Jen herself, suspect that someone might be secretly living in her house, as there seems to be enough hiding space. However, considering the other strange events that have occurred, it's possible that something else was captured on camera. As always with such videos, it's up to you to decide. Could Jen really be experiencing paranormal activity, or might there be a more earthly explanation? At about 5 p.m. on April 22nd, 2024, officers Ramon Calderon and Kyle Sepper from the Hoboken Police Department went to ShopRite at 900 Madison Street after a report of shoplifting involving two guys. They found the suspects, Jose Luis, 25, and Edgar, 29, already held in the store's loss prevention office.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
184.
Did they sign your paperwork?
Everything's all ready. They're ready to go.
Okay. They both signed your paperwork.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are their IDs. They actually was not there ask. They said they got these are their new addresses and stuff.
Can you make me copies of that, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Just shut that door, please. Okay. Thank you. Stand up, please, sir. Turn around. No, that way. Away from me. Put your hands together. Do you have anything on you that you shouldn't have, sir?
Thank you.
I'm sorry?
No.
What do you have in your pockets?
A rope.
A what?
Rope.
Okay. MC92104, if you have an evidence bag, please bring it up.
Gotcha.
Anything else, sir? Any other drug paraphernalia?
No.
No?
Yes, sir.
You keep saying no. This is the second time you're saying no.
I
But
said no.
okay, I'm going to ask you again. Do you have any other drug paraphernalia?
No.
Do you have any needles?
No.
Do you have any knives?
No.
Do you have anything sharp?
No.
Do you have any actual drugs on you?
When the officers searched them, they found stuff they shouldn't have had. The store's loss prevention officer showed them a receipt listing what the guys tried to walk out with without paying. It added up to $184.48. So, officers Calderon and Sepper busted Jose Luis and Edgar.
You guys have a garbage in here? I'll just roll it up in here and I'll just dump it out. Roll it up in tape. Okay. You have a chance to get a case on?
Sure.
So here, it's current addresses for you.
Okay. Now this is everything that was taken today?
CAD, please.
Yeah.
Or is it?
No, this is only one receipt. That's the only thing. 184.
Total is 184.48.
You can take that receipt. That's the stuff that you took. All right. What was that?
28185. 24-28185.
28185, right?
Yes. 24-28185. He made that copy for us.
Yep. Yeah, that's the current address that they gave me right now. They said they're currently staying, I think, in the shelter, the Hoboken shelter. That's their address.
All right. What have we been doing recently? Sending you the link for the video?
Yeah, just I guess to that. Some officers, I guess, don't like sending it through there. They just do the email, but we got the
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, as soon as you guys send it, I'll just send you guys a picture of the stuff, the receipt, and then the video.
Okay.
What aisle were they in?
So basically, they started here in aisle 2 where the toothpaste is at.
Okay.
And from there, they walked around towards the energy drinks. I believe that's aisle 14.
Okay.
Loaded up that, and then they just went right through self-checkout.
Gotcha. How long were they in the store for?
They came in at 4:25. I say give it like 10 minutes, 12 minutes.
Okay.
And then that's when they went out. They got
Gotcha.
35.
And right out the exit door?
Right, yeah.
Okay. All right.
They took Jose Luis and Edgar separately to the Hoboken Police Department for more handling.
Sorry, coming in. Ever been arrested before, Edgar? Go ahead.
At the police station, the officers searched Edgar and Jose Luis more thoroughly. Turns out Edgar had one warrant from Hoboken and another from Union City that he hadn't dealt with. Jose Luis had 3 warrants from Jersey City and 1 from Hoboken.
Going right here. Edgar, just stand right here, face the yellow sign, okay? All right, come on. Let's go, gentlemen. Okay, turn around.
Do these have pockets?
I'm going to take the handcuffs off, okay? Starting with the right hand first. Put the right hand on the wall, okay? Take your jackets off.
Put your hand on the wall.
Okay, turn around, have a seat. Kick off your shoes. Take your shoes off. Take your socks off, flip them inside out, please.
Once they were done with the paperwork, they got hit with charges for shoplifting and possession. Then, they got moved from the Hoboken Police Department to the Hudson County Correctional Facility. A scary video was posted on YouTube by Mel Murder Ellen. The YouTuber decided to take a shortcut through a small park in Gothenburg, Sweden, at about 7:30 p.m. while going to a meeting. Things didn't turn out well. While walking alone in the park, Ellen thought of making a video for her Instagram. Soon after she posted the video, she received a very creepy message from a friend.
Han har lovat mig att kolla på Mel Murder den här veckan och jag undrar vad han kommer ställa för diagnos på mig. Och alltså, det är så jävla f***ing halt. Helt gyttjigt här i skogen. Fan. Men där framme, mig! Jävla skitskog.
In the video, there's a distorted face peeking from behind a creepy tree. A friend pointed out that the video gets even spookier because of another mysterious, dark figure with bright eyes at the tree's base. While the glowing eyes might just be an animal, it's unclear what the figure is. Ellen, who doesn't believe in ghosts or anything supernatural, is confused. She's never posted anything scary on YouTube or Instagram before, and is looking for help to figure out what this strange shape could be. The next day, she went back to the park in daylight to investigate, but found nothing that could explain what was on her camera. She mentioned that seeing raccoons or possums in the city park in Sweden is very rare. What do you think? Could it be something paranormal? A creepy creature? And perhaps the weirdest part is, why does this odd figure seem to have long, dark hair like a person? This video comes from a channel called Red Wolf Rafe. It shows the uploader and his son walking through the forest near their neighborhood, simply looking to breathe in some fresh air and make the most of their day.
Come on, man, let's do a nature walk. Woohoo! Do I get it? Yeah. Let's do a nature walk. Come on, let's go.
Ice don't break. Oh.
Wait, Rafe. Shh. What is that? Shh. What is it? Hey, get over here. Get over here, Rafe. What is that? What is that? Stay behind me. What is that? Are you kidding me? All right, let's go. Let's go, Rafe, go. Hold on, sorry, so let's stop. Hold on, listen. What is it? What is it? Is it following us? Stay right there. Whoa, go!
As the son had fun stepping on a piece of ice, the father kept looking around and moving the camera across the woods. When he spotted something strange in the distance, he quickly told his son to stay behind him for safety. His voice shifted from happy and playful to alarmed and scared. The noise coming from the figure sounded like a threatening growl from a dog. However, when it came into view, it had a frightening appearance. What's your take on this? During a sudden storm and heavy rain on October 28, 2023, part of the ceiling at Mega Rise Mall in Taman Petaling Jaya collapsed. The incident occurred around 3 p.m. and quickly captured public attention as videos and photos spread across social media. The mall's management is currently investigating the cause and has promised to take appropriate measures to prevent future incidents. 3 people were slightly injured because of the collapse. The affected area of the mall has been cordoned off, and the scheduled Halloween trick-or-treat event was canceled as a result. On September 28, 2018, Air New Guinea Flight 73 was flying to Papua New Guinea but had to stop unexpectedly in Chuuk, a small island in the Federated States of Micronesia in the Philippine Sea. The plane missed the runway and landed in Chuuk Lagoon. Several small boats quickly went out to help the passengers and crew. A video from one of the boats shows the exciting rescue as they saved people from the sinking plane. One man got out and told the rescuers about an injured passenger on the other side of the plane. The English-speaking men in the video are U.S. Navy members stationed in Chuuk. Initial reports said that all 12 crew members and 35 passengers got out safely, but later, they found out an Indonesian man was missing. Japanese divers tried to find him, but unfortunately, he didn't survive. Most of the passengers were fine, though 9 needed hospital care for injuries like broken bones. It's rare to see such a dramatic rescue. At 3:02 a.m. in Vallejo, California, 2 thieves tried to rob a dispensary, but when the alarm went off, they ran away scared.
This is Deep Sentinel Security. This is private property. The police are being called.
Later that same night, at 5:23 a.m., 3 more thieves attempted to break in with a crowbar, but the alarm stopped them too.
Hey, stop what you're doing! This is Deep Sentinel Security! You are being recorded! The police are on their way!
It's great to see 2 crimes thwarted in one night like that. This video was posted online by someone named Gavin Lloyd from his basement. He was alone and trying to film the new lights he set up for his friend. But when he watched the video later, he realized he had captured something else too.
Here's a blue one. So there's that one. And then over here, there's a blue one, or a red one, I mean. And that's how it looks. It really looks cool.
In one corner of his basement, there seems to be a dark figure standing motionless. However, as he moves the camera to get a better look, there's nothing there. So, was it a ghost caught by chance on camera, or simply a play of shadows and light? This is about a TV report that featured 2 officers in pursuit of a speeding vehicle.
Where is he? Where's he gone? He's in the back. He's in the back. He stopped to think he's hiding in the back. There's no one in the driver or passenger seat.
Either the driver was hiding somewhere really clever, or what else could have unfolded here? On the 17th of February 2019, David Wright and his companion Christopher set out for what they thought was a routine drug deal on a street corner at 3:40 a.m. However, this transaction was no ordinary exchange. It was a carefully planned setup for a robbery by both parties involved. David, the instigator, demanded that the buyers surrender their possessions. In response, they retaliated by pepper spraying Christopher and making a run for it. In a swift turn of events, David swiftly drew a weapon from his waist and fired a single fatal shot into Raul Cuadro's chest, causing immediate death. Following the shooting, David and Chris fled the scene, burying the weapon in a nearby field. convinced they had committed the crime without leaving traces. Unfortunately for them, they were swiftly identified through multiple surveillance cameras in the vicinity. Despite their attempts to evade capture, David was apprehended 2 days later, remaining confident that his perceived exceptional intelligence would absolve him of guilt. Little did he know how wrong he was.
I got several people who have already identified you. You're identified on video. So it's not a question of that you were there. It's more a question of what led up to this. Because I don't think this is what was actually supposed to happen. Right? So you're just going to play that you have no idea what happened because you weren't there.
I was not, no.
Not only was David identified by multiple individuals through CCTV footage, but he also lacked a credible alibi. Additionally, incriminating Facebook messages were recovered, detailing the discussions related to the planned drug deal. The evidence placed David at the scene at the time of the murder.
Have I been disrespectful to you? Have I been disrespectful to you? Have I insulted you or come at you hard or done anything other than
You called me a liar. Yes, you did.
You were lying.
I'm not lying.
Do you not freely admit that you lied to me in this interview?
Where did I lie to you?
About meeting up with Cody, about being home, not going out at all, and then now you periodically are going out. Would you not concede that both of those things were lies?
I don't go farther than a couple blocks from my house on foot to meet somebody very quickly and come back.
Okay. That's not what you told me.
That's
You don't leave your house? I don't leave my house. I was home all weekend with my girlfriend. It's on tape, man. There ain't no secret. Like,
dude, I've got to walk my dog. Of course I leave the house periodic.
Okay.
But as for did I go anywhere?
So you were never at Casino in Evergreen, anywhere near there within 3 or 4 blocks Saturday night. I just want to make sure that we have this down.
Let's see.
Something.
How far is the Starbucks on Evergreen?
Which Starbucks?
The one on 75th.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that.
Okay, yeah, then no, I wasn't.
Okay. So you're at the Starbucks on 75th?
Earlier in the evening, yeah, like 8 or 9 o'clock, something like that.
Well, that's not home. Did you lie to me? Can I don't even get a smile out of that one? I didn't get you on that one? I feel like I got you on that.
Caught in an evident lie, David's discomfort becomes palpable. His self-centered ego takes a hit, putting him on the defensive.
Okay, you can pretend you're getting upset about it, but you're really not.
No, what I'm getting upset about is you call me a liar.
Because you lied. You lied. And I don't actually think I called you a liar. I did say you lied, but I don't think I actually called you a liar. So I'll call it to you now so we can just move past it. You are a liar. You have lied. Do you want to tell me what happened or not?
Couldn't tell you because I don't know.
Fair enough. Well, let's close the tape out for you right now.
Should have done that a long time ago when I said the conversation was over.
Okay. Whatever you say, partner.
As the interrogation progressed, David's refusal to speak became evident, abandoning the articulate demeanor he initially presented. This silence persisted, leading to a lack of defense or cooperation during the court proceedings. Given his extensive criminal history, including charges of arson, burglary, vehicle theft, and numerous misdemeanors spanning back to 1999, David faced the maximum sentence. In October 2020, at the age of 33, he was sentenced to 40 years in prison without the possibility of parole. 3 individuals arrived at a fireworks warehouse in a car, with 2 entering the warehouse while 1 stood outside as a getaway driver. The 2 individuals inside the warehouse took fireworks, ignited them, and fled. As a fire broke out, vigilant customers took action, using a fire extinguisher to prevent further damage. In their hasty exit, the culprits also took products from the store, amounting to a total value of $200. Max and his friends got into trouble because they were curious. During a walk in a quiet part of the park, Max discovered an entrance to a secret sewer tunnel. He and a friend, curious, decided to check it out, but they'd soon wish they hadn't made that choice.
Dude. Oh man, I'm gonna cut it out. This is gonna be annoying. Hold on. Okay, so we got pretty far. Yeah, we got pretty far. That's the exit out there. So here's the manhole cover. You can kind of see it. Here's like a ladder. But yeah, we're pretty far. Where is this tech? I'm going out there. Did you hear that?
Right.
You heard that, right? Yeah.
Reaching a dead end, Max and his friend suddenly heard an eerie sound. It resembled distant laughter. Frightened, they ran away without fully understanding what they had heard. It wasn't until later, when they reviewed the video, that they recognized it as a creepy, echoing laugh. They were alone, which made the experience even more unsettling. Despite this happening in 2017, the source of the mysterious laughter remains unknown. Working in a factory can be risky, especially in places where safety rules aren't so common. It's even scarier in places dealing with molten metal, where one mistake could be really bad. That's what the folks at a steel mill in rural Russia found out the hard way. On December 29, 2013, workers at the Amur metal plant in Komsomolsk on Amur faced a terrifying moment. Something went wrong with a machine, and suddenly, liquid steel started spraying everywhere in the factory.
Красота, блядь! На нахуй, на нахуй! Еблан, что ли, чё понимаешь? Нихуя, дурак! Вон поднял, смотри, что делает! Охуеть, дебил ебаный, ты дурак! Поднял, еще хуже! Пиздосно! В 4-й бригаде набрали. Ну да и нам нахуй! Там все. Вообще лепота, ебама рама! Вот так и работаем нахуй, ебать мой хуй здрасте! Лепота нахуй! И провода горят!
The accident forced the factory to close for a while to clean up and fix things, and to figure out why it happened so it wouldn't happen again. The person filming the video took big risks, standing right where the danger was. Luckily, he and the others weren't hurt, but it sure was a close call. The landlord showed up at the tenant's doorstep for the overdue rent. As they began talking, the conversation escalated into a heated argument. The owner, frustrated with the unpaid rent, eventually declared the man's eviction.
Please wait. It may take me a moment to answer.
Yes, sir.
You got my rent?
I had your money, these on. I'm going to put it back in the bank. I had the money cash right here. 5 days. 5 days waiting for you. I complained as I told you. I went and put it back in the bank.
Okay.
You could come tomorrow at the same time. And when I come from work, I already worked today.
You got this month's and next month's rent, right?
Come on. I just started working. You've been good with me all these months. Now
I'm no good no more. I told you that.
Don't be so bad with me. I just got on my
You're being evicted. Don't you understand?
Why am I getting evicted?
You're being evicted. Non-payment of rent. I tell you what. You take that money.
Don't make me
And
move,
you
sir.
go and you rent a big U-Haul truck.
Sir,
And you
where am I
back it
gonna-
up in
where
here.
am I gonna move to?
You put all your stuff in that truck, and you move back to Miami and go live with your mother or your roommate's mother.
Her roommate. She's gone. There's nobody here living with
For
me.
her mother.
Her mother passed away last month.
Well,
okay?
then go somewhere.
Well, where else? What else?
Then go somewhere else. But you're being evicted.
And there you go. What do you want my money for?
I don't want it now. I want you to move out.
Okay, I'll see you in 3 months. I'll take 3 months and try me, and I'll make it last. I have attorneys that will put
Well, I
you
have
to
an
sleep.
attorney
Go
working
ahead.
on you.
You want me to fall? You want me to...
You want me to fall? I can fall too, buddy.
Right there, you just...
I can
right there.
fall too.
Right there,
Right
you just...
there. I can fall too.
Oh,
You know?
hell yeah. Look, you just got right there. You're...
Tensions rose further, and the verbal confrontation turned physical. In June 2018, cattle farmer Doug Bailey's trailer carrying cattle had multiple flat tires and broke down. He called Lane County Sheriff Larry Dean for help, who sent 2 deputies. Bailey also flagged down a Georgia State Patrol trooper for traffic control. Later, Sheriff Dean learned that the trooper wouldn't allow moving the cattle. Upset, the sheriff went to the scene and confronted the trooper directly.
First one here, so this is my show. Okay. All right, but no, this is my county, and this is my damn. It may be your interstate. You can call your damn supervisor. You can take your back and watch TV, far as I'm concerned. Well, it's the safest way. Well, no, you the best that you know how. My men are just as capable of doing it as they do. There ain't no way no cattle can get out of here. Let me tell you something. You go to slow the damn. Your job is to slow the traffic down.
The farmer later described how hot it was and how difficult it was for the cattle in that condition. Despite this, the sheriff remained angry and continued to vent his frustration at the trooper.
There ain't no difference in backing that trailer. There ain't no difference in bringing a damn wrecker out here and got to turn around. There's no way these cattle could have got back on this interstate. These men out here, these cattle laid out and die, somebody's going to be responsible for them.
I understand that. All these lives from down there stay right here.
That's right. All these lives, we're not going. They're not on you. They on me. They on me, and this man right here.
If I stay for them to unload them cows, somebody hits the cow.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I want to unload the cattle, I'll unload them on that damn trailer right now.
Hey, Sheriff. Give me a portion. Can I talk with you for a second? Come on.
That's all right. I'm telling you. They done got these damn cattle off the interstate.
The trooper remained calm and listened silently as the sheriff addressed him. Shortly after, the sheriff began discussing with his deputies, aiming to assist the farmer in removing his cattle.
The trailer's been broken down for about 2 hours. They wanted to unload all these cows right here on the shore of the interstate and try to load them in that trailer up there. Sheriff, I told them no. I said, we got a wrecker coming, we got somebody coming to jack it up, get your spare tires on. Sheriff called his sergeant, told his sergeant to come out here and tell them to unload. The sergeant came out here and told his deputies to unload them. I said, no. I said, I've already called my corporal, we ain't doing it. And now Sheriff just came up here and wanted to show out. He told me I could get out of his county and go watch TV. I'm number 1 right now. Yeah, absolutely. I'm proving I didn't vote for him. Yeah.
Upon the sheriff's arrival at the scene, the state trooper began to distance himself and also contacted his supervisor to report the situation.
Yeah, I need you out here. Sheriff Dean showed up, and he's showing out real bad, getting up in my face, pointing fingers in my face. And I'm trying my best to stay professional and calm right now. But he's telling me to get out of his county and go somewhere else.
Eventually, the situation settled, and Bailey managed to return his cattle to his farm. However, tragically, 5 of his cows died the next morning due to heat and stress, resulting in a loss of $3,000 for him. Sheriff Dean stated that he met with the state trooper and apologized for the entire incident and the language he used. On March 5th, 2024, a young girl stays up late playing with her toys, well beyond her bedtime. She's deeply absorbed in her imaginative games. However, something surprising is about to disrupt her fun. Her mother explains that the family has been anxious after seeing what was caught on the security camera in their daughter's room. The footage was recorded around 11 p.m.
Can I play with you? Hey, can you play with me? Sure, I'll play with you. Go ahead, you'll play with me. Yeah. Bling, bling, bling. Bling, bling, bling. Bing, yum, doo, doo.
The mother has good reason to keep her daughter out of this room. The family saw a toy light up by itself and play the same song the child was humming, and then they saw the girl being pulled under the bed smoothly. They're really worried about their kid's safety and think something used the toy to lure her. It's not clear if the mother ever asked her daughter what she saw, but she locked the room right after watching the footage. But only a few days later, she does this.
So I've been getting a lot of questions. People have been asking me, have you been in the room? Have you guys looked under the bed? No, we haven't. We haven't been in the room in the last 2 days. We've been a little scared. Be this scared right now. Oh my God.
As if checking under the bed wasn't scary enough, she finds a creepy-looking doll hidden under the mattress. She keeps filming, and although it's hard to spot at first, the doll's head starts to move slightly. It seems to react to being watched. Terrified, the mother runs out of the room and has kept it locked since then. She's been posting updates about the situation, but it's still a mystery what dragged her child under the bed. 2 guys were goofing around in the store, and the cashier, concerned about everyone's safety, dialed the cops. Seems like they were play fighting. What do you think? On the evening of March 16, 2018, around 9:30 p.m., a robbery took place at the one-stop shop on Church Lane in Lowton. 2 men wearing masks and armed with machetes stormed into the store. They confronted an employee near the tills at the back, with one of the robbers stuffing cash into a bag. Another employee was coerced towards a different till. One of the robbers jumped over the counter and forced open this till with a machete, taking more cash, some tobacco, and 2 bottles of vodka. The robbers then escaped towards Fullwood Road. Fortunately, both were eventually arrested. Some guy walks into a store and heads straight for the Red Bull. Instead of swiping it and running, he actually cracks it open and drinks it right there. And the crazy thing, he didn't even get caught. This guy's got nerves of steel. Braden, a man who lives alone, had been encountering some paranormal activity in his house, though he's unsure of the cause. He enjoys traveling to various places, so it's possible that he might have unknowingly brought something back with him. The disturbances began with strange and unexplainable sounds around the house. One night, while in his room, Braden heard noises coming from upstairs and decided to record what was happening. Here's what he captured.
Wow, it's really bad right now. Okay, hold on. Jesus. Okay, hold up. Why is the tree on that? Whatever that is coming from up here. Should I attempt to go in there? Because that was coming, all that thumping, it was coming from like right in there, in that room.
Come up here for a sec, man.
What the? What the was that? You guys, did I just hear that right?
Get up here now.
Okay. That I'm not with. That I'm not with. That I'm not with, bro. That I'm not with, bro. That I don't play around with. That I don't play around with. I don't know. Oh no. Whatever that was just came down the stairs. Yo, I don't like this, bro. This door's just about to open. Guys, am I like crazy? Or was there not a voice upstairs?
While in his room, Braden hears some aggressive banging coming from upstairs. When he goes to investigate, he hears his own voice calling out to him, attempting to lure him upstairs. Alarmed, he quickly retreats back to his room and spends the rest of the night locked inside. It's important to note that the rest of Braden's channel primarily focuses on his traveling and adventuring experiences, and this is the only video related to the paranormal. Therefore, it's unlikely that he's seeking attention with this content. Many viewers believe he's being haunted by a mimic, an entity known for its ability to imitate voices to lure people. But as always, I'm interested to hear what you think. North Ayrshire is one of 32 council areas in southern Scotland, about 40 miles southwest of Glasgow. In the village of Fairley in the north, a company called SSE Renewables set up a huge wind turbine to test it. They intended to use this turbine to check things for wind farms in the sea, but this confused the local people, who wondered why they would put a sea turbine on land. Still, the turbine did its job, and afterwards, SSE decided to take it down. A flock of birds flies away just before they set off the explosions. When they press the button, pieces of debris shoot up, and then the huge structure starts to fall. It makes a surprisingly pleasing sound as it collapses and looks like a scene from an action movie. The locals were glad to see the turbine come down. Many felt it was too close to their homes. In the Orange County area of California, a man engaged in illegal activity. Late at night, he appeared in someone's driveway and used an object to create scratches on the car. Unfortunately, his face wasn't captured on camera. Otherwise, it could have assisted the police in arresting and charging him for his actions. In the revered corridors of educational institutions, school caretakers frequently encounter stories from creative students, tales that verge on the unbelievable. Yet, when a group of school children urgently brought to the attention of one such caretaker some strange, possibly supernatural happenings in a classroom, what he found chilled him to the bone.
En los segundos, vamos a ir al segundo L. Creo que son como las 2:17 de la mañana. Vamos a ver qué pedo. Se metió un ratero. Según se mueven las bancas. Pero vamos a ver. Son las 2:10. No, la chingada. No mames. Qué verga.
One desk and its accompanying chair glide across the floor. The man either jumps or pauses momentarily. Seconds later, another desk is abruptly shifted. The caretaker then chooses to leave the area. So, what could have caused such disturbances? Was it a true paranormal event or simply a clever prank? A Ring doorbell recorded a neighbor having a heated argument with another resident about a car. The neighbor wants the car moved. Let's see how it unfolds.
What's up, man? What's up with you? No, would you mind moving your truck just a couple feet? No, I'm not going to move my truck. Get off my door. Don't touch my ring either. All right. It's not my...
No, you know what?
Don't be rude to me.
Nicely,
I saw you touch my ring when you came up to my
because it
door.
fell down because you don't know how to install it, man. Why have your truck towed?
The situation might have been resolved more smoothly if both parties had acted more maturely. Two men were caught on camera breaking into a business in Ravenhall, Melbourne's west. Despite the business having multiple security measures like a gate, roller door, alarms, and security cameras, the thieves rammed a stolen vehicle into the front door. They managed to steal 3 custom-made high-power car engines worth a total of $160,000.
Obviously, it's someone that has been in here before. The offenders knew what they were looking for, and they went straight to that back room in excess of $160,000.
It's really hard. I just felt numb when Nissan Skyline GDR only, and the other one into a Mitsubishi Evo.
The thieves loaded the engines into 2 waiting getaway cars and escaped, leaving behind damaged cars in the factory. On June 20th, 2023, a Henry County police officer was conducting his routine patrol when he noticed a vehicle speeding at 96 miles per hour in a 35 miles per hour zone. However, when the officer approached the car, he encountered an unexpected situation.
Really? Yeah.
The officer had pulled over Henry County Sheriff Chief Deputy Michael Yarbrough. The chief provided his license, and the officer returned to his police cruiser. Once there, he made an intriguing phone call to his friend, recounting the entire incident.
Hello?
Guess who I just pulled over?
Who?
Yarborough.
Really?
Yeah, the chief deputy driving a Dodge Charger, a souped up Dodge Charger that belongs to the sheriff's office. I just clocked this at 96 in a 35.
What was the issue? I mean, why is he speeding?
No reason. He's in an unmarked car. He just got a high horsepower car and decided he wanted to play.
It's your traffic stop. You do what you think you should do. I mean, I'm not telling you one way or the other. You do a 96 and a 35.
Okay. Well, you know I don't care for him, so I'm gonna ride his.
The officer did write him a speeding ticket and handed it to him. Remarkably, the chief owned up to his mistake and didn't attempt to escalate the situation or use his position to avoid accountability.
Sir, here's your ID back. This is your copy of the citation. If you would sign right here. It's got a court date, time it's must appear. Yes, sir. Please slow down and have a safe day.
After receiving the ticket, Yarbrough was suspended for 40 hours without pay due to the severity of the traffic citation. Lashan, a city in Sichuan, China, is home to over 3 million people, making it as big as Chicago or Los Angeles. It's famous for the giant Buddha statue carved into the mountain in the 8th century, but those mountains are prone to landslides during heavy rain, and flooding has become more common. In July 2019, road workers had a close call when a huge landslide tumbled down the mountain, smashing through a dam below. Trees and rocks were crashing down, and workers had to run for their lives. One guy ran as fast as he could, while another jumped from his truck to watch.
salimos ya.
In 2020, floods got even worse, and emergency workers rushed to save the giant Buddha statue, now standing in water up to his toes. This 1,200-year-old relic hadn't seen water that high since 1949. The video comes from the YouTube channel Phil Koch, associated with the Wisconsin Paranormal Society. This organization often explores sites believed to be haunted. In this particular case, they're investigating the Alchemist Theater in Bayview, Wisconsin. For this investigation, Bill chose to venture alone into the famously haunted theater, an action that left Phil feeling somewhat uneasy about the situation.
I'm just gonna sit. We got a furnace running, so there's sound, but I'm just gonna sit and listen, and just let the camera roll, and I don't know. Let's see what happens. I've been sitting here for a while. Nothing going on. Something just moved behind me. Jeez. Jeez. Okay. I don't know. I don't see anything. I don't look here. Oh crap, I don't know if that seat was down. I have no idea. All the seats are up in this theater. This one's down. Huh. Focus. Yeah.
During the investigation, a theater chair appears to unfold by itself. However, what is found in the chilling corridors of the theater's basement is even more frightening and unsettling.
Okay, it's 1:15. I haven't heard anything yet. I haven't even gone back yet to check on this prop that's there. I keep hearing things walking around, but that's probably tenants upstairs. So, it sounds like from upstairs, but there might be people up there. All right. It's 1:25. Still haven't heard anything besides random creaking. Look at this door here. Oh, jeez. Let's make some more noise. Hello? Anybody in here? Oh, besides the people upstairs. Okay. Well, I'm gonna look, see if this prop is still back here again. And then we'll take a look. Oh. Come on. That's not cool. The door open? No, the door was open. That door was closing. If anybody's in there messing with me, I'm gonna kick your ass. Oh, jeez. Okay, flashlight. Hello? Hello? Okay, I don't see anything in here. Hello? Hey.
Is the chilling footage genuine proof of paranormal activity, or is it all just a clever fake? A video was posted on Reddit by a user named Chaos Magic. It's from a neighborhood gym security camera, showing a man getting ready for his workout by walking around the gym. That's when the footage captured something.
¿Qué pasó?
In the background, A machine seemed to be working on its own, even though no one was using it. And if that wasn't strange enough, the man had another scare. When he got close to the weights, they started moving on their own. Terrified, he quickly packed up his stuff and was about to leave when an invisible force attacked him. Everyone enjoys a relaxing day at the beach. It's warm, you're tanning, holding a cold drink, and you can cool off in the water when it gets too hot. We're not claiming to be fortune tellers, but we bet you don't imagine a huge military ship charging toward the shore and landing on the beach when you think of a beach day. However, for some beachgoers in Russia, that's exactly what happened. This video captures intense action right from the start. About 50 yards from the shore, a massive black hovercraft is making waves as it heads towards the beach. Hundreds of onlookers are puzzled by the scene. Eventually, the hovercraft reaches the shore and stops. A spokesperson from the Russian Defense Ministry explained to the media that the hovercraft was on a tactical mission and operating as expected. He mentioned that the beach was actually military property and it was unclear why there were so many people there. Before this video went viral, I didn't even know that hovercrafts this big existed. After doing some digging, I found another video from the US Navy showing an American hovercraft landing on a beach, which gives a clearer view of how these machines work. Once it reaches the land, the back hatch of the hovercraft opens, making it easy for land vehicles to drive out and move on to the beach. It's pretty impressive technology if you ask me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.